How's it going, everybody out there in internet land? And welcome to Let's Talk About Star Wars, show where everything's made up and the points don't matter. That's right. The points are like the groom's ideas for the wedding. And
that's a bit sexist.
I did have one that was actually a Drew Carey one, so that's probably why it's a little out of date. It was funny in 2001.
As with many things. Many
things we can't say anymore. How's it going? We have Kiwi Jess, all the way from New Zealand. How are you doing?
I'm good. I'm excited to do. I feel like I am more of a co-host at this point than Gold Leader is.
Okay, it's been like twice. And what he was there for.
Yeah.
I'm the reason why we don't do more shows is because of work, and then the two that I can do a month, he can't always do those two. Yeah, so nice name, by the way.
Yes.
I don't think I can say it out loud without getting in trouble. So, so we're fine. Thanks for doing that to me.
It's all right. Pleasure to be here.
Well, pleasure to have you. Do you want to tell the good folks at home what we're doing, or do you want me to?
We're doing well. Hi, Ray.
Hey, Ray. How's it going, Ray?
He's always around. He's always lurking. So we're doing. We're calling it So You Think You Can Star Wars, right? I know we had some debate about the name.
Ate up the debate. I just said what I have been calling it, and then you've been saying it was a debate. I like it. I put it in the title of this. I said, "So you think you can Star Wars?"
Okay, so you think you can Star Wars, where we try to take characters from other films and franchises, and we try and make a case for them being part of the Star Wars universe. And we can't just debate between the two. We could probably debate between the two of us, but I think we should probably have other people involved just as mediators.
Yes, absolutely. So we're going to have two more guests, and we're going to go through 5 characters, which means that we can't completely tie. And let's jump into it because I think this was a rather long show last time. So I'm pretty sure memory serves. And you want to bring on the first person? You can bring on anyone you want.
No, it's your show. You go for it. I will,
All right, I'll start from way off in the galaxy, and then I'll move closer to home.
Okay,
all right?
Perfect.
Okay, so way off to the far side of some galaxy, maybe the Andromeda system, maybe the one that Beetlejuice is in. That's probably still our galaxy, huh?
Yeah, probably.
So probably just in the Milky Way. Actually, it's probably just somewhere further south from us in our home planet. We have Luke from Galaxy Geeks. How you doing? I'll bring him in. I thought he was giving him up. There you go.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, thanks for showing up, dude. It's awesome. I'm glad I can get you onto one of these, and I'm glad I can finally do a show with you.
Thank you.
I'm really worried about the fact that he's called Galaxy Geeks. I feel like I've already lost before I've begun, so this is going to go well.
And his name's Luke, and there's a prominent Star Wars character named Luke.
Oh, of course. I didn't make that connection. Well, I'm even worse now. Yeah. That's great.
Chewbacca's full name is actually Luke Baca. No one knew that. All right. You want to bring on our next guest?
I'm done.
Luke's done. It's fine. We can all go home. That was a great show, guys.
Great
show. Bye.
Well, we've got. We're the channel of Canadians, and we don't have any actual Canadians on screen. So, who better than our very own Daniel?
Hi, Daniel.
To represent the Canadian side of our channel for once.
Hi, Daniel.
Yeah. How's it going? I'm really surprised you brought me on here because last week on my show, I was talking about how I didn't know who Boba Fett was, and now Taco's like, you want to do my Star Wars show?
We want to give you a chance to redeem yourself. That's why.
It was funny because I was kidding when I invited you, and you just took it. Actually, I'm going to thank you because it was we were busy with other stuff, and I'm like, we need 4 for this, right? Hey, Daniel, do you want to do it? You're like, sure. I'm like, woohoo, with the clinch. He came in clutch. We almost didn't have the right amount of guests.
No, we would have found someone.
Yeah. Normal Go Leader can show up for once, maybe. I was going to make that joke earlier. So, you in the same studio as the end of The Will Ferrell movie. Oh my god,
Anchorman?
Anchorman.
Yeah, the end of Anchorman when they're doing
Wow.
the global news. It looks like the global news studio.
I mean, I like
I'm
having
pretty
background.
sure that's where they shoot Sports Center.
The place for sports.
Oh.
Have you watched? You're a hockey guy. You watch Sports Center. Yeah. Right? No, you don't.
I have, obviously.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You had to have. I don't. Oh, he changed it. Oh, we
Just
shamed
on a
him into a
whim.
different
I got
venue.
so many. I might have problems.
Okay,
This one's my favorite.
let's get over to the rules. Ooh, I like that one. I like that you're in a dark alley. It's very mysterious.
It's not dark. It's from
All right.
movie posters.
A light alley? Okay. Still an alley. No, it looks like you're walking down the all brick like tunnel into a club that no one knows about besides like a few people. And then on the outside of the door, it's completely like quiet and no one believes there's a club, and you open it up and there's like 1,000 people in there.
Yeah, that's it. That
The exclusive clubs. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, very exclusive. Very exclusive.
All right. I think I should explain what we're doing in more detail. So I think we're going to go around the horn. Well, I guess I can start first. I don't like starting first, but I can start first. And Soda, we should have talked about this. How did we do this last time? Did you just like know who we were talking about as we like led in, or did you just throw the character up?
You throw the character up, and I do it as fast as I can.
Oh, we say the character?
Yeah, you say the character name, and I just throw up the image as fast as I can.
All right, I'm gonna do a lead up for him.
Thank you.
All right, cool. So I'm going to say a character. He's going to put the picture up. I'm going to place where he can be in the galaxy. So I can replace a character. I can I can say, I think this is the new Han Solo.
Effects.
I totally need glasses. Super blind. Like really.
You don't want to see how thick those lenses are, honestly.
This side's really bad. I'm blind in one eye. I have no depth perception. I can't play sports. It's not a joke. Anyway, you threw me off guard. So you can replace a character. You can say where they would be. It can be any era, even Deep Legends. I was pitching a Sith from the old Sith era before. It can be a smuggler, a pilot, a freaking mechanic, a droid. It doesn't matter as long as it's at least a character. You can't pitch like a vehicle yet. Maybe we will one day when we try to get blood from this stone, and we're like, all right, will they vehicle? But all right, are you guys?
Well, then I want the warthog. If we're doing vehicles, I'm pitching the warthog then.
The ship from Futurama.
Okay.
Yes, precisely. Thank you.
I'm taking the frickin' time machine from Back to the Future. Like, duh, like that's the best.
It's a solid
ever.
one.
It's called a
TARDIS.
DeLorean.
I know. I almost called it a LeBaron, and that's a completely different car.
I'd go Lightning McQueen. It's alive.
Ka-chow.
You wanna?
Yes.
Yeah, there you go. Let's do this then. Do you guys have any questions before I pitch my first character?
How do I win?
Get the most votes at the end.
Okay. Well.
So
we all vote after we pitch.
I didn't have enough time to pay off everyone, so this is not going to go well.
Daniel's really cheap, and I didn't have contact information for Luke, so you probably got this. And we can't vote for ourselves. So you can't vote. So after we go around the horn, we can't vote for ourselves. So whoever gets the most amount of votes then wins that round, and then we move on to the next. I did not realize how brain dead I was until I couldn't pull DeLorean. Holy crap. Dad mode.
Go, wow.
Good luck.
I'm so glad.
Okay.
I just got the baby down. I hope she's down. And I ate half a sandwich, and I'm drinking an 11% beer.
It's going to go
this is
well.
going to be fun.
Dragon's milk, by the way. I love this beer. Okay. So I'm pitching a light side, man of the light. I think this guy is a beacon, very much a beacon to the light side. He's very wise beyond his years, a mentor character. I don't know if he's going to straight up take Yoda's spot, but he definitely will be a Jedi on the High Council. And also, probably a weapons expert. This guy can hang when it comes to fighting, and he's very deceptive, much like Yoda. I'm talking, I hope Soda's caught it, Rafiki from Lion King.
Oh, 50's shaking in his boots.
He's loving it. All right. First off, he's the perfect mentor character. When he like hits his students in the head and they go, "Why'd you do that?" and he says, "It doesn't matter. It's in the past." It's amazing mentoring. He's very much a Jedi, very much sage. He actually uses like Jedi alchemy. Like he does use Force alchemy to like find the future or look into the future and freaking find Simba. There's some weird Force stuff going on with him. Also, dude can fight. He's got a staff. If he just Force imbues that thing, he can block a lightsaber with it. This dude is absolutely, I'm going to say, Form 6 Jedi Master Nyman of lightsaber form. I'm going to give him lightsaber Form 6. And if he's not Grand Master, he's definitely a seat on the council is my Rafiki. That's my pitch. Of modern age. So, episode 1 time. Clone Wars era Jedi.
I wish I knew I had to go this in depth with it.
I told you to watch last episode.
I didn't. Why would I watch our own content? Come
I
on.
know. I've been saying that for a year.
You don't need the views, Taco.
For the views.
Yeah.
No, I don't want to give him views.
We do kind of compete.
Are we doing it in like a clockwise?
Well, we can now scrutinize, so you guys can try to pick apart. You can ask me questions.
Okay.
So we can go around the horn. If you have one question, no questions. If you got a couple, try to ask me how he fits, how he doesn't fit, and pick it apart or explore.
So you said he had Yoda's seat.
He can be potentially. Maybe Yoda. Maybe Yoda will step down, or maybe Yoda.
Fades into the.
He's 900 years old. You wait, look as good. You will not.
Well, see, and speaking of Yoda, I think I would have been more on your side if you had said he's Swamp Yoda rather than like on the council, because
saying Swamp Yoda hurt me because I couldn't just take Yoda out because I love Yoda.
Again,
also,
yeah.
Imagine the kinship. Yoda
I
only
know,
has
but
Mace Windu
Rafiki
to hang out with. They would be
Rafiki
best of
is
friends.
Rafiki
You gotta let
is a
your
lot
guests talk,
more
Taco.
of a wild card than like a council member. He belongs in the mystical swamp,
He
imparting
does
his
what he
own
wants
wisdom.
to when he wants
He's-
to.
I like that more. I actually, now that you're mentioning it, he almost does feel like he'd be like a maverick, like Qui-Gon.
Well, but he had to.
That's
he
not
has
what you
to work.
pitched us.
All right,
No,
you can be a little nicer. I'll be nicer to you.
Okay.
He
You
also
don't have
has
to rip me to
work
shreds.
with-
You have to vote for one of these. You can't vote for yourself, Jesse.
He has to
Yeah,
work
yeah.
with other Jedi as
Also,
well,
don't
though.
throw him out too much, because we didn't do all of this research about Jedi techniques.
I don't need to do research. I got it. Luke, you were trying to say something?
Well, I was gonna say it would work if, like they said, it was the Swamp Yoda, but it doesn't work with at this time period for the Jedi. They have to work directly with the Senate, and they have to work directly with senators. And Yoda at this time was very wise, and people could understand him. Lots of times, no one can understand Mofiki. Yeah, that's it. And so you have to have someone who can lead. And he was wise to Simba, but it was very confusing for him. You cannot have that when you're speaking to senators.
And that's why you don't
Those
swap
are
them.
issues.
That's why you keep him as a mystic in the back room and as a council member. You don't let him hang out with the freaking council or with the Senate. That's why he's that awesome sage who's hanging out in the
He's
back.
still going to make executive decisions.
He's a
They
council
all talk to
member.
the Senate, though. All of them talk to the Senate.
Do they? You think Jarl Poof has a good communication with the Senate? You think
Somewhat.
Yaddle is getting tea with the freaking senator of Naboo? I don't see this happening.
Well, we don't know what happened to Yaddle, so
Mm.
Thank you, boss.
Yep,
Thank
yep.
you, boss.
yeah.
No, I mean there is definitely freaking Oppo Ren Sissus. There are way less approachable Jedi Masters at this time than Rafiki. He just has a weird red butt. It's the only thing that's unapproachable, and he'll randomly hit you with his coconuts. I mean, on his stick. He'll randomly hit you with the coconuts on his stick. That's some weird stuff going on, but like they have Oppo Ren Sissus on the council. He's a giant beard-faced serpent man, and the Senate's still cool with working with him.
He also likes being on his own. He doesn't want to work with others. We've established that in Lion King, and he lives in the great big tree of life, and he just doesn't. He comes and hangs out for the ceremonies, and then he leaves.
All right. Well,
he shakes hands, kisses babies, and then he leaves.
You're a lot nicer to each other in the last episode. Well, I can see that I'm not convincing you guys, but all right, fine. We can move on to the next pitch, and if it's Jess, I'm gonna just tear her a new one, even if I agree.
Oh, I could use the emotional aspect to stop you from doing that. Okay.
Jesus Christ, this is a fun show. My cat really won't leave me alone.
Hi, Teddy.
Oh.
He has no thought behind those eyes.
He's a very simple animal.
It's very sweet.
He's not sure if he's being held right now or is just slowly falling. All right, go ahead, Jess.
So I was thinking about all the characters I love in every kind of universe, and there's one that I've always had a particular affinity to, and given the date for you guys, not for me here because it's the 9th, but the 8th was actually the birthday of the actor that played this character. And I've always loved Labyrinth, and I always thought how cool it would be to have Jareth, the Goblin King, as part of the Dark Council. So with the 12 spheres, he would probably have the sphere of mystery because he's got like the static juggling, and he can conjure like himself into an owl, and he has the snake that that's a scarf, and he also has little minions. He's definitely a Sith. He's definitely not the light side. But it's David. I want to see David Bowie in Star Wars.
You want to see the bulge in Star Wars?
Well, sure.
That's the only thing I can think of his character. I'm like, he's a Goblin King. He's got the bulge. Those are the first things. So you're pitching Goblin King as a member of the Sith Council. Mm-hmm. So you're talking
in
like
charge of the sphere of mystery.
So you're talking
pre or Old Republic, I'm guessing.
Yeah. I'm about to pull probably MMO when they actually had the Dark Council. So freaking Vindican. Vitiate. Sorry, Vitiate was Vitiate. What? My cat is freaking out. What? I didn't see it.
It was.
Oh, there we go.
I love it.
That's hilarious. Oh, so Lord Vitiate was in charge during the MMO era, but he did rule kind of in the shadows as a council was going, and there was like the Inquisitors or whatever. So the you were saying like in the realm of the mystery of the Sith. So I'm not sure if he's gonna like hold up against the dudes who are like in charge of armies. They might just kill him and take his spot, but because Sith are all about fighting each other for power, and that's why they can never work out.
Yeah.
Can you pitch his power? I mean, how is he with the lightsaber? How is he going to do against Darth Malgus?
I don't know who that is.
I've
told you how limited my Star Wars knowledge is, and you continue to book me on these gigs, and I don't know why I'm here.
Okay, how will he do against a gigantic juggernaut of the Sith who wants to take his council seat? Like Sith, you're picturing him as a Sith. It's very dodgy.
He can move. I'm sure he can move. It's fine.
just roll dodge. Just dodge.
Yeah, exactly. Look
Throw
at the here enough is distracting enough that you'd be like, what is going on with this guy? And then the way he'd say your name would be so disarming that you'd be like, Sarah.
I could definitely see Jedi mind tricks going on. Definitely Force illusions happening. But I think the second he pisses off like a battle-hardened Sith, the guy's going to tear his brain out.
You don't know that. We never saw the extent of the Goblin King's powers.
Can't beat me on speculation. All right, somebody else take this.
All right, I think I'm next. All right. Oh, no.
Help with the Goblin King. I'm the only one who
Oh,
yeah, because you're the only one that has a problem with it.
Oh, I mean, I don't honestly.
Teddy
Goblin
really
King,
wants to be part of this.
Put him on screen. It's fine.
If you really think about it, even in Labyrinth, the Goblin King really does not do much in that story.
No, he's mysterious. That's why.
So there's not a way of really gauging what kind of power he would bring. There'd be mystery, but I just don't see him as a force to be reckoned with especially
I
when
never
you look
said
at
he was going to
Wyvern.
be. I just want him in the show. This is me just fan casting the Star Wars universe. That is it.
I like Danny's more. Being part of a Twilight cantina.
Actually, I think I would like that. That'd be fun.
I think he's gonna show up to the Sith Council like, I'm very powerful and I'm gonna take over, and he's gonna do a song and dance. It's somebody just gonna walk up and decapitate him.
Did you say that we had to make them the winners and like the overall leaders, or do they just have to fit? This was the thing. So you're arguing, but your argument doesn't necessarily mean that he doesn't fit.
No, I'm just saying you make a horrible Sith because he has to be able to contend
have there not
Sith.
been horrible Siths before?
They don't last very long.
No, they don't. Even good ones don't
so
turn out bad.
He fits.
You're gonna walk by a dead Goblin King and they're just not even gonna mention it. That's gonna be his cameo in the film. Daniel, do you got a comment?
I honestly don't know enough about the Goblin King to comment, but I kind of had the same comment as Luke of like, I don't remember him doing all that much. So like and by all means, give him those powers, but I would have liked to have heard that in your argument. That's all.
What powers? I didn't mention
like what. Give him cool Sith powers. Just say he has cool Sith powers.
I didn't know I could just elect stuff and just rewrite his character.
It is feasible that he would have. Well, for Freaky doesn't have the Force, but since he has alchemy and other things, I was able to pitch it. But he does have like weird mystical stuff. I mean, he's walking on a reverse.
I talked about that. I talked about the mysticness of him and all the different powers and stuff that he has.
I think he definitely is
he shapeshifts.
Yeah, he goes through.
That is kind of cool, actually. Like
he
there's
shapeshifts into
there's
an
something
owl.
to it as it's an interesting Sith guy.
He can
but
make
I don't see him
into
as
your mind.
Yeah, he's got a lot of Force illusions in mind control, so he's very very into the illusions. And again, if he can manipulate you, he's doing good. But the second somebody sees through the manipulation, they're just gonna rip his head off.
So, like a Palpatine?
Palpatine can hang. He's a master of all 7 lightsaber forms. Don't get me started. I think he's one of the best lightsaber duelists of all time. Like, not a lot of people can hang up. Maybe Exar Kun can hang with Palpatine, but that's still a tall order for Exar. Good old Exar. Everyone knows Exar Kun, right? Favorite lightsaber of all time.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Favorite character in all of Star Wars.
He's got the best lightsaber ever. That's all. It's a double-bladed, single-handled, double-bladed lightsaber that he spun, and he can change the blade lengths. It's badass. All right, Exar Kun, look him up.
Kind of cool.
Luke, do you want Jess? Do you feel like you're good? Do we want to move over to Luke's?
I just turned up.
All right, Luke, you want to take
no pitch.
Yep, I got this. All right. So I had to go with a character who, this is not movie version. This is comic version of this character. This is a character who is a kind person, someone who looks out for the little guy. He's someone who is wise in a fight. He can move quick. He can master the Jedi weapons easily. He can win at any fight, especially with his powers that he has outside of the Force. My pitch is Peter Parker, a.k.a. Spider-Man.
Shit.
Spider-Man with a lightsaber. Oof.
I mean, and here's the thing, too. This is a character who has already had to battle the dark side, as in battle the symbiote that was trying to take over his life because he was feeding it fear and feeding it anger. All these things that the dark side tries to corrupt the Jedi. And so this character has already defeated the dark side in his own life and decided it's better for me to fight for the rights instead of just having more power. So he decided he didn't want more power. That's what makes him the best Jedi Knight, because he's already defeated those temptations and he's going to defeat the Sith just because of how much he's looking out for everyone in the galaxy.
Can I help you by giving him a lightsaber form?
Yeah,
I know what it would be. It's Form 4 Ataru, 100%. The acrobatic form that Yoda uses and that Qui-Gon Jinn uses. Hella. Like, you flipping all over the place. Yeah, no, he's definitely Form 4 Ataru. I love it.
Oh, yeah. See?
Probably a blue saber.
Blue.
I have a major nitpick.
Okay, go ahead.
And I kind of want to do it in Yoda's voice, but I'm not gonna. Or you can even take both Yoda and Mace Windu. He's too old to begin the training. He doesn't even get his own dexterous.
Wait, do we say that we're putting him in now as he's?
Well, all right. When are you pitching him?
I mean, it could be whenever. If you're putting them in Star Wars, you start.
You didn't say that we had to come up with a whole storyline for them.
No, you don't. No, but it just helps your defense. I said the more you know about it, it's going to help with your defense.
Well, I mean, if you look at this, Luke was probably close to the same age as Peter Parker was when he first got bit by the spider.
Okay, so you're thinking more of a Ridge Tridge than prequel, because prequel original trilogy they'll take him at any age, in his conflicted of his past of not only battling the symbiote and already fighting the dark side, but his Uncle Ben dying in front of him being an orphan. These are a lot of things that the further he gets into the Force, the dark side will use these insecurities to drive him. And I'm not saying that he will fall. I'm saying that most masters will see that and be like, what happened with Vader? Yeah. Do we really want to risk it of somebody who's seen so much pain to, teach him the ways of the Jedi?
But you can also say the same thing with Luke, who just lost his uncle and his aunt.
And how did he turn out?
Luke turned during the original trilogy, he turned out pretty good. We're not talking about sequel because that's a whole other conversation.
Does that help your argument?
Well,
Or you say Peter Parker's going to try to kill freaking Ben Solo later on? Like, I guess it would be Ben Parker. Oh, the name fits.
Oh, that would actually. Oh, that doesn't help my argument much.
But yes, if we could quickly, if Soda could find Danny's comment earlier about him swinging a lightsaber on his web, I was. As soon as you said that, I thought of basically using it like a javelin, so he can just toss the lightsaber and stick a web to it.
Well, especially with using the spinny, flippy, Ataru, if he's spinning and attacking, and then all of a sudden he just lets the lightsaber get further away from him as he just rips all the battle droids around him or whatever he's fighting.
Yeah.
Yeah. You had me on his fighting style because I'm nerding out on that. But
you had me at Peter Parker. Shit,
But I think the scene of him in Yoda's hut, Yoda would tear him apart. He wouldn't want him to be trained, or whoever, if it's Yoda or whoever.
I don't know. I think they would, because Peter, more than Luke, Peter goes out of his way for the little man. He goes after the person who is most desperate, because he came from the bottom and he's trying to make sure help others. So even more than Luke, Luke never had those people around him that he was trying to help.
Peter was just farming moisture. Yeah,
exactly. So Peter is coming from the bottom, moving up. So I think Peter would even be a better Jedi than Luke because of his selflessness.
To Taco's point, I think people would just be more reluctant to train him because he has less innocence than Luke did. And on top of that, yes, I think if the character of Peter Parker went through the Jedi Academy, they would absolutely make him a Jedi, and he would become a master, because those values would be seen. But if you just found him out of the blue, you would see a lot of darker things.
It would be like, wait, you're a radioactive teenager as an orphan? You kind of made let your uncle die? And he's like, yeah, but dude, I could flip around. Let me stop you right there. I'm gonna help you again. Now this is for my Hardcore Legends guys. I almost see him in the era, the New Jedi Order era of Legends. So like when the sequels take place, but in Legends times, because that's when they were letting a lot more people in, like the Mara Jades, who was literally an Imperial hand, and they let her be a Jedi. Like, it was a lot more like, dude, we'll take anybody, and it like even Kyle Katarn was a stormtrooper, and you know he didn't have a clean past, but he's a very powerful guy, and he eventually found the way. I really would love to see him hanging out with those guys, like Grandmaster Luke, like. Grandmaster Luke, Anakin Solo, Ben Skywalker, not Solo, like Kip Duran, Cornhorn. I think he fits a lot more into that time because a lot of that was desperation. They weren't so much of a culty thing that the Jedi are in like the prequels. You know, it's not really like hook 'em young so you can brainwash them like they are in the prequels. It's more of, dude, can he fight? Does he want to fight? Let's, make sure he stays on the right path. And it would be really awesome to see him fight Darth Caedus.
Stay on target. Stay on target.
It's totally on target, buddy. That's what we're doing here. That's the show. I helped him.
I just didn't know if you could include Legends because, I never know.
None of us can breathe properly on this show.
Evan's not here, dude. We can go Legends all you want. I'm the Legends guy. My freaking canon, babysitter's not here, so.
Okay.
I like Legends. Do you feel good, Luke? Do we want to move on?
Yeah, I feel good. I mean, it's Peter Parker. I mean, it's the best character that's ever been written. So, I'm good. I'm happy.
He's not the best he is at what he does, but close.
Mm-hmm.
I am having trouble deciding which of my picks I'm just going to throw away here because I love that Peter Parker pick as well. But it's good that I can't really vote for my own. And I do think one of the ones I've come up with fills a perfect niche that is the Sith Apprentice. Mm-hmm. And I think that this particular character, fits all of the qualities in different ways, and that is Starscream from Transformers.
Sith Apprentice.
Yes, because one thing I really like about Starscream is 1, he's a robot. 2, he has a silly voice. 3, he has a silly name, and 4, he throws his leader out of an airplane into space and then takes control of all of the Decepticons. I think Starscream fits that that rule of 2 vibe to a T. He has always wanted control of the evil empire, and I think in the Star Wars universe he would do the exact same. He would wait for his perfect moment, throw his Sith Lord away into space, probably, and then take control of everything.
Definitely a rule of 2 Sith, 100%, and even earlier rule of 2, like a little after Bane, 3rd down the line, 4th down the line. I could totally see that. It like how you described it. Yeah.
I just think Starscream would be hilarious, and I love Transformers. The cartoon Transformers, not anything. Those movies don't exist.
Hey, Bumblebee's a good movie.
I haven't seen Bumblebee yet. I reserve judgment.
If anyone can make Transformers good, it's Haley Steinfeld, but I still haven't watched it.
Oh, it's such a good movie. It is such a good movie. I love that movie so much.
All right. I mean, I don't know enough about any Transformers.
Neither do I. That's what I can't argue. Because
but going off your argument, but I do know Star Wars, so I'll have to take the Star Wars thing. Now, are you pitching him kind of pre, in the timeline, further back, like pre-Sidious Rule of 2?
I would say pre-Sidious because he doesn't fit He wouldn't be Sidious's apprentice. He would absolutely be refused.
Okay.
But I didn't think of a particular person or era. I was just thinking of the archetype of the rule of two. And
yep. Mm-hmm. And in following that, rule of two Sith had to be really good at keeping themselves hidden. They were hidden for a millennia for a reason.
So are we hiding a transformer now?
How are we hiding
a robots in disguise?
Smith? You're not hiding Starscream.
As a truck, what does Starscream turn into? What does he turn into?
He turns into a jet plane, actually. Like a jet fighter.
Very,
all right.
very
I'm gonna make up his master on the spot. Hey, look, guys, there's a hooded pale man over there with dead eyes and a jet fighter. What's happening right now?
Well, what I will nitpick even
TIE fighter.
All that. My nitpick there would be Starscream is the only reason why he is kept around is because he's a punching bag. Because his master, he always knows Starscream's never going to beat him, so he just keeps him around as a punching bag. And so I think a Sith doesn't want a punching bag. They want someone, in their mind, they want someone to always try to challenge them so that they get stronger and better. Starscream's not someone to challenge you. Starscream is someone, it's just going to annoy you. You use as a punching bag. You put him out there to get shot at because he's just there. And if Starscream finally beats the master, I mean, it's going to be a shocking thing in general. But if he finally does, it's because he just was doing some underhanded. And most Sith aren't looking for someone who's just going to be sneaky. They want someone who is going to challenge them for power. That's why Vader and Palpatine were such a good match together. Palpatine made sure Vader could not challenge him, but he would have not done that with Anakin.
Yeah, but also Vader or Sidious got rid of Plagueis in the most underhanded fucking way ever. He killed him in his sleep.
But Plagueis did not look at Sidious as a lesser being.
Oh, he knew he was the most powerful Sith of all time when he met him.
Exactly. Well, that's the point.
Yeah, but Starscream isn't.
Don't see that. No.
Is Starscream going to be able to poison his master at night? There's a jet plane walking in here to fuck with your drinks, or sorry to wake you, but there's a jet plane.
Again, he did throw his master out into deep space.
You already pitched how he would kill him. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And he does have that.
And Star
I do agree.
I do
agree.
Well.
They're very loud. His plan is to take over. He's just going to take orders until he finds his opportunity, and then he's going to take over. I think in his core, he wouldn't believe in the rule of two, except that it meant he was the only other challenger.
Yeah.
Once that guy's out of the way, it's the rule of one now. It's the rule of Darth Scream.
Yeah, but he has to take on an apprentice as part of the rule of two.
It's the worst stuff ever.
Darth Scream. He has to take on an apprentice.
They're gonna have to rename it.
Yeah. Hey, you have to be impartial until we need a tiebreaker, Soda. Stay impartial.
We know what he's not voting for.
Do you feel okay, Daniel? Can we move on? I mean, we're at 40 minutes and we have 4 more. We have so many more. Okay, you're good?
Why do you make it 5?
Because then we can't tie.
What about 3? It's another odd number.
Oh, fuck. We could have. But too bad, we're doing 5. I don't want to lose any of my picks. I like them all. No, let's just. I figured the first round was going to take longer, and then we're going to be able to speed up.
Right.
That's how it happened last time. I'll go with my vote, and so then we can go around the horn, vote. You can defend your vote if you wish. I definitely am going to go Peter Parker, just because I really want to see that fighting style, and if you do want to place him where I wanted. Like where I pitched to place him, I love him being part of the not canon version of after, of ABY of After the Battle of Yavin, but the Legends version of it. I think he fits in there so perfectly. Plus, I want to see somebody with a web use a lightsaber. And I want it to be double bladed. That's all I'm saying. Double bladed blue, and we're good. That's all. That's my vote. Spider-Man.
Good. I don't have a speech. I'm gonna vote for Luke. Was I meant to give a speech on why I'm?
You don't have to.
Okay, well then.
I'm gonna vote for Spider-Man, obviously.
There we go. So
Luke, you still have to vote. You should have waited until
I'm going with Mofiki.
Rough Freaky.
Rough
Freaky. I can't. Put an R in front of what you said because I can't say it now.
Yep. I gotta go with him because I like your reasoning for him being a master on the just like a Yoda. He is basically Yoda, so I like that idea.
I just want to see him hit Anakin with his coconuts. That's all I want to see.
That would be fun.
All right, Jess, I'm now going to have the advantage of going last because you're going first. Going first.
What?
We go around the horn.
You could have warned me. I'm not even prepared. I was fully prepared.
Do you want to go? Do you want to go counterclockwise?
Sure. Yeah, let's do that.
Daniel won't complain like you just did. So
I guess I'm ready to go.
Yeah, it's like one of those drafts, the steak draft. Where you go last and then first.
Let's start off with the reason I was very pointed about talking Rafiki doesn't quite fit into the council vibe is because I have a pick that also doesn't. But I specifically want her not to.
Okay.
It's a person who in her own TV series took down a group of kind of disgruntled old men who thought they knew right in the world, called the Watchers Council. My pick is Buffy, the Vampire Slayer.
Oh, nice.
What season? Nice. That's the better question.
What's that?
What season? That is a good question.
I would say yes. Like I would say the best one is 3.
I was going to say 3.
If we're going specifics, but
before college.
That's the mayor season, right? Is season 3 or is that 2?
Yes.
Yeah, that's
the mayor season 3. Buffy. Yeah, Buffy doesn't take shit from anybody. Buffy always does the proper thing. She's got super strength and great acrobatic abilities already before any sort of Jedi training. And I think one of the things that leads to the Jedi's downfall is their hubris, and that is a huge thing in the Buffy universe with the Watchers Council, and that's why she just disbands them essentially. And just I think she would end up not joining the council. She would not take their words to heart because she would make something better.
So you think of more of a walk away before the vows, or take the vows and be a Qui-Gon, like Ahsoka or Qui-Gon? Where are we talking here?
It's difficult because I would say Ahsoka because it is walk away, but I do think ultimately she's right.
Well, Ahsoka's kind of right too. So, I mean,
I got some nitpicks.
Oh, come on!
Oh, good.
All right, wait. If he's got nitpicks, can I say my good? Can I say?
Go good.
I don't got a lot of good. I love that it's that she is the one character. Like literally, Slayers are there's only one. It's very prophecy babies, and if the Jedi love anything, it's prophecy babies. They love prophecy babies. If it's hey, dude, we don't know who the dad is, and he's super powerful, they're like, I love that. And so they will definitely jump all over, training her. And I don't know where I put her on a fighting style. Probably closer to Nyman again, just because they use a lot of Shotos. Because I see her with the stake, a short lightsaber blade. Yeah, and then she joins because they like prophecy babies, and then she realizes all of the errors of the Jedi, and then leaves. I can see it. I don't really see her like taking down the council, but I definitely see her doing the "see you later, you guys suck" that Ahsoka did.
So, my nitpicks. All right.
Both did.
All right. You talked about hubris. Buffy's biggest flaw is her hubris. She, especially around this time in season 3, she could not be beat. She was all in her head. That's why the fall in season 4, 5, and 6, and 7 was so. That's one of those seasons were not that great. It's because you truly see how flawed this character is, and how arrogant she was in so much. Especially when she gets to college, she is this broken person because of everything she went through in the first 3 seasons. She would fall to the dark side so quickly. I mean, that you see that even in the other seasons. She was willing to die, not just to save someone, but more because she just wanted to die.
Yeah, she didn't want to come back either. She
No,
wanted to stay dead. That's
And
one
it
of the
was-
roughest.
Oh, it was, but that's why I say, like, you watch this character. Yes, Buffy was great when you first see her, but she was so arrogant. And then as you watch this very arrogant, hubris person fall, and you would see the same thing happen to her in Star Wars. She would fall directly to the dark side. She'd be so susceptible to it, and she wouldn't be an Ahsoka. She would end up being an Anakin to Vader.
Well, she is a chosen one too, which
Ooh,
makes her an
exactly.
Anakin.
She
Yeah,
would become an
and
Anakin.
Talk about hubris, everything. Like, you hit the nail right on the head, because she's very much already an Anakin. She started off as a chosen one, and then she does fall to the dark side. Although, she has that support system to kind of keep her from going full Vader.
And then makes her go Vader because of the support system too, because that was the whole thing.
She ends a good character though at the end.
Yeah, kind of.
Been a while since I watched it. Shut up. She does.
Last season was better than others.
I love the last season, but I just like
last
the
season
first
was
season.
much better than the other ones, because if you watch those college years,
I was told to skip whatever one that Adam is. Like, I was literally told to skip 4 and 5 when I first.
That's season 4, and I always argue it just should have been 2 seasons and kind of split the make one the government and one the weird monster cyborg dude. Like, there was potential there, but they didn't know what they were doing, transitioning a high school story to college, and then
And then they had
let's talk about Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Yeah,
let's talk about that.
To bring it back, I do not super disagree with her having hubris, which is kind of why I picked season 3. Because
hubris leads to fear, which leads to suffering, which leads to the dark side.
Yes, but season 3, she's already been through half of that, and she still comes out and defeats the mayor and saves the whole world, because she's already killed Angel, and she has all of that shit where she doesn't kill Faith. So you see where she could have fallen to the dark side, along with Faith, along with the other Slayer. That's why I actually didn't pick Faith for this argument. But I do think that Buffy, time and time again, doesn't fall to the dark side, and that is a positive in her favor.
We do need to move, since this is still just the first pitch of the second round. Jess, do you have any nitpicks? And then we can move on to the next pick.
No, I'm not starting that.
Yeah, well, Luke did really good. Spoke for both of us. I'm glad that somebody got to prop it and somebody got to knock it. That's perfect. That's what I was thinking. I don't want everybody to attack me is what I'm getting at, Jess. Anyways, moving on. Luke, do you want to do your pitch?
Yes. So, speaking of fear, I have to go with someone who would be incredible as a Sith, but not just any normal Sith. Someone who uses fear to his advantage. And this person would be Bruce Wayne, Batman.
That's a weird picture to choose too.
I love that picture.
That's Yellow Ring Batman. Oh my god!
It makes sense though, because he is so driven by fear. His whole life is shown of fear. He uses fear for his advantage. Batman does care, and he wants to bring order to the galaxy. He would bring order to the galaxy like a Palpatine in a sort of way.
Very much a good-hearted Sith.
Right. He's doing it for the right reasons, but he would still fall because of his fear. He would be a lot like an Anakin who does actions for others, but he lets his fear control him. And so you would see a man who wants to do the right thing, but just lets fear control his life, and he would fall to the dark side immediately. And you would see someone so strategic as Bruce Wayne as a Sith. You ain't taking down someone that strategic.
Yellow lightsaber, totally.
Oh yeah.
Well, when he was a Jedi and then he fell, it was red. Yeah, and he's going to be a pretty hard to freaking conquer Sith. The Sith who think they're doing the right thing, just like Vader thought he was doing the right thing, are kind of like my favorite. I really do like that. Like, no, I'm trying to use my greatest power ever to save people. But I got to kill some younglings. Got to crack some eggs, honey.
Jeez.
Yeah, no, totally.
That's romance, folks.
True romance.
Killing younglings. It's very romantic.
Apparently, you know how the youngling moves back when the lightsaber was lit? I learned in a video I think it was either today or yesterday, that shot, they were trying to get him to move back, and the little kid just couldn't. You know, he's a little actor. So like he couldn't get that right shock. So Hayden Christensen said boo to him. He was like, boo! And he's like, ooh! And they put that in there. It's the funniest thing I've ever heard. It makes me love that scene more. And I love that scene.
Speaking of younglings and taking up an apprentice, you also have the fact that Batman takes up Robin's. And so he would have apprentices that he would try to raise up.
And he likes them young and impressive too.
Impressionable.
Thank you. This is my dinner.
Young and impressive.
Young and impressive. Hey, they're all pretty impressive. Robins are awesome.
I mean, Dick Grayson. I mean, come on.
Yeah, come on. He's the best.
He's fantastic.
I love
Tim
Dick Grayson.
Drake's my favorite Robin, but
I love Dick Grayson so much.
Tim Drake's my favorite Robin. Okay. I don't got a lot of nitpicks. Because if you tried to picture him as a Jedi, we'd be all over you like white on rice. But you didn't. You pictured him as a Sith. you used your argument. Thank you. Save that one. All right. Soda's liking his own joke so hard in the green room. Does anyone have any nitpicks? Does that make Joker a Jedi? All right.
Oh my God. No.
No, but then we were the Joker fit because then they're working together.
He's a competing Sith. He's the Sith who likes chaos, and he's in Batman's a Sith who likes order. He's trying to bring order to the galaxy by oppressing it and beating up the bad guys. And Joker's like, Rah! You know,
Joker would just be Jar Jar. That's what it would be.
Oh, come on. You just lost my vote now.
Wow.
I'm kidding.
Anyone have anything they want to talk about on him before we move on? Batman?
I don't have anything specific. I do like a lot of that like vibe for a Sith, and I just want to hear what the next ones are.
All right. Jess, you good?
Yeah.
Right,
as in like nitpicks, or you mean for pitching?
No. You want to do your pitch?
Is what? Oh yes, I've seen that.
Yeah, I've seen that too. Yeah.
It's great.
I
love
awesome.
fan-made films. So I'm just a big old Disney nerd. Soda, do not predict what I'm going to say next because there are a couple in that thing. And I was what are you laughing at?
No, just like you have multiple Disney? Like Disney doesn't give it away? All right.
Fight me. That's fine. Well, Disney Pixar. But anyway, and I was thinking about space and all the things. You're gonna laugh at me. I feel like from your
No, I'm salty on this one because I know what it is.
No, you don't know which one this is because that's another one. I'm doing it next.
As As soon as you think you can predict Jess, she says something differently.
I know one of hers. I know one of them.
Yeah, he
and
does
I'm
know
salty.
one of them
Alright,
because
come on,
we had to
let's
fight
do it.
about it.
Let's do this.
Okay, so I like droids. And I think I've got a really good idea for an exploration droid because she likes to you can tell from the movie that she's in that she likes to gallivant all over the universe.
I know where you're going.
Yeah. So my pitch is for Eve from WALL-E.
Wow.
She knows how to defend herself. She's proven that she's got lasers. She's highly intelligent, but she also has this yearning to explore.
She's a probe droid. Literally. Yeah. All right. It's funny because we had Wally on the first edition of this. Now we got
We're rounding them up. That's fine. I didn't know. I didn't watch, so.
I sent you a list. You knew the list.
I know, but I didn't read it. I'm gonna be real honest. I was
No,
like,
look,
I sent it to Soda. I was like, any of them on here? And he's like, no. I'm like, great, cool.
I sent you the list.
I know, and I didn't read it.
All right.
I don't like homework.
Great
don't really
pick.
have-
I love it, but you called it Disney and not Pixar, so
I said Pixar after that. It's Disney Pixar, technically.
I know.
So literally pitch this into Star Wars. So like there are multiple Eves being sent to different like wild space, outer rim,
to do
unknown
to
regions to
find-
survey
yeah.
planets.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm pretty sure she'd be part of the light side. I mean, she does have a little bit of a dark streak to her, but who doesn't?
I think she works for the Empire, honestly.
Yeah.
Why?
Because she just has that. She fits their color scheme. She's either white or black, and they're all about expanding the Empire.
But she's Eva. She's so sweet.
She's either that or High Republic.
Where was
You don't know
Wally
what
in your last episode? Where was
I don't
Wally?
remember, and I'm pretty sure
No.
it was somebody else's, and I tore it apart. I said, we don't need a trash compactor on the Millennium Falcon. Leave me alone. That's what I said.
But she
We don't need a walking trash
She's
compactor.
like, I don't know if she's the only Eva, but yes, exactly. She would be great to send out because she can defend herself, and she's highly intelligent, and she just wants
Highly
to do...
intelligent. She falls in love with the trash compactor.
And then goes to sleep.
Okay, I'm sorry. Is she the first woman to fall in love with a trashy counterpart?
Sure.
No,
She's the first person to fall in love with a trash compactor. That's not a trashy person.
Yeah,
That's
no,
the thing that literally.
okay. But this is the trash equivalent of male. Like that's the thing is, this is Wally is a
And that's your
trash
plus.
robot.
She's in the shitty guys. Vote for her.
Yeah. So yeah.
Mannequin Skywalker shitty acting ruining.
Yeah. How do you like them apples? There we go. See, you can't help who you fall in love with. As we've proven in the Star Wars universe, we've got some really weird picks, but it works.
Walk by a dump truck and you're like, whew. Suck.
I'm a human. Eve is a droid.
I'm the only one making fun of her because I'm getting back at her. So
Leia did fall in love with Han Solo. So
Yeah,
Solo, he's Harrison fucking Ford in the 80s. If you're not falling out,
He's a scruffy little nerf herder. Okay.
Scruffy looking nerve.
No, don't care.
He's the best.
Honestly, nitpicks on my end. I'm good. I think it's a pretty cool idea. I mean, I think they'd get sent out everywhere, and I mean, it makes sense. It fit in Star Wars, so.
I'm wondering about the implications if they actually sent multiple of those Eve robots to the Earth in WALL-E.
Yeah, I think that it's a mass production of Eves that gets sent out through the Outer Rim.
What if it's a different one he runs into in every scene?
I think Eve is actually a really good pick because she's very unorthodox, and you thought outside the box, and I actually really like that pick.
Did that hurt you to say?
No, now we just know with Eve and Batman on the table, I'm not going to play my trump card yet. Going last is the best, isn't it, Daniel? Going first sucks. Okay, let's do mine. Are you guys cool? Can I move on?
Yeah.
Yep. Go ahead. Go.
All right. Well, Star Wars has a lot of Jedis, it has a lot of droids, it has a lot of Siths, there's a lot of pilots. And I have an idea for my favorite pilot. I wanted to go with his better in a different franchise partner, but I want to talk about pilots, not about smashing bros, if you know what I'm saying. So I'm going to have to go with Star Fox.
Oh, I like that one.
As the rebel pilot Star Fox. Make him gold 3, gold 5. I don't care. He's part of both the battles of both the Death Stars. He
gold jacket, green jacket, who gives a shit?
Thank you. Thank you, boss. I don't care what squadron he's a part of. He's definitely flying an A-wing. I know that. He's flying a stealth-plated, painted black A-wing that no one can see in space, and he's fucking weaving in, doing barrel rolls. Flippy's helping him out in the background. Do a barrel roll. Everyone else. I had to hear it over and over again because I couldn't figure out how to do it, and Flippy wouldn't shut the fuck up. But no, Star Fox is my pilot pitch. I think he's the perfect pilot. A-Wing, put him into the original trilogy. He doesn't need to be a main character. Put him in all the big rebel fights. Put him right next to the Wedge Antilles.
I mean, but what is the whole power to control others' emotions going to help him when he's a pilot?
He has the power
it doesn't.
Star Fox has the power to control other people's emotions? I don't remember that part of the game.
I know, right?
I just remember doing barrel rolls.
So you're basing it on the fact that he can fly well.
He's a hell of a pilot.
He's a good pilot with
so is Han Solo.
Yeah, cool. And guess what? Han Solo's over there. I didn't replace him. I'm putting him as a rebel pilot in the background.
Okay.
He's perfect.
Well, I will say this about Fox. Fox is great with his team. But without his team, what is Fox without his team?
Okay. You want to talk about teams? I'm talking Wedge Antilles, right? I'm talking Lando Calrissian, Luke Skywalker, freaking Porkins. These are awesome pilots. He's got a new team.
Doesn't mean that
Starliner. Come on, you're talking about the best pilots in the galaxy.
Doesn't mean he works good with them.
That's actually very true.
Has that ever been a thing in Star Fox where it's like, he's not part of our team, fuck that guy? Like, no, he'll work with him. He works fine. If he can get along with Flippy the Frog, he can handle Wedge Antilles. Okay, Luke?
Yeah, but have we established that he is a good team player?
He is a good team player.
Have we established that?
The game,
that
he
was my
works with
question.
this team the entire time.
With a specific team, not different teams.
All right, so there hasn't been in the game where he works with a different team, but an unknown, it's not the same. He might work with it. Just because we haven't seen it happen doesn't mean he can't do it.
Okay.
What? I'm just saying. We haven't seen him work with another team.
We're just saying.
Yeah, I'm just bringing it up. I mean, we don't
want
know
him
how
to
he works
Texas and he doesn't want to get them for himself. I see where it is.
He can do barrel rolls. Are we good?
Okay.
That's what we were missing in Star Wars was barrel rolls. Sorry, guys.
Kinda. Whatever. It was an awesome pick, and you guys all know it, and you're jealous. Daniel, you want to start with votes?
Yeah. It's really tough.
Sorry. I just saw that. Those frog lady is Flippy. Yeah, it's not. I was saying Flippy, but it's Slippy. It's been a bit. Falco is the better character, but only for Smash Bros.
Yeah.
I think thinking about it, it's really hard for me to not pick that Batman pitch, but I do want to go with
Batman because it's Batman.
Well, no, I'm actually voting for Eve because I do think like that droid is very useful to the Star Wars universe. Like it's like, again, they would be everywhere, like just floating around because they're basically self-sufficient entirely. So like I just think that is like a pick I never would have thought of and just does fit perfectly.
I have a scene. Can I do it really quick? So
sure.
Eve finds the plant and starts shooting back up, and then it goes right past the ship, and they're like, where's that Eve going? It goes to the Death Star that's slowly coming into focus. Just blows the ship up and blows the Earth up. Moves on. Sorry. I love that scene.
They're just used to find planets with life on them to destroy.
Hell yeah.
All right, so my pick, I'm tempted to go Eve, but actually I gotta go Fox.
Yes!
Fox was literally the character, the Star Fox was literally based off of Star Wars. I mean, literally that's what the character is based off of. It fits the best because that's literally what the
Taco
the
cheated, is what you were saying. He took a Star Wars-esque property and okay, cool.
I'm not saying he did.
I used Firefly last time and no one got mad. So.
Oh, are you kidding me?
I used Kaylee for Firefly as a mechanic, and no one liked it. No one watched it. No one was a Sorby fan.
No one watched Firefly?
Yep, I was upset about it.
Who was on your panel? Who do I need to speak to?
It was 50, Ben, and Frenchie.
Okay, well, they're out of the channel. This is our formal announcement that they do not, they're no longer on our
I know, the fact that Kaylee wasn't a shoo-in also
pulling rank.
me.
They're out of the channel. This is
all right, okay. Thank you. Jess, who do you got for your vote?
I'm going Batman. Hi, Fridge. I'm going Batman. I have to go Batman. It's freaking Batman, man. And now you've got the deciding vote.
I know, because it's clearly Batman, but I don't want to give Luke 2 points. We're at 0. And plus, I got a vote, and no one can vote me now. I was a vote away. Thanks, Jess. You kind of gave Luke not a win. If you would have given it to me, I would have flied and said 50.
You can vote however you want.
Clearly it's Batman. Batman's a hell of a choice. Luke, please, I hope you used your best ones already, because Batman's clearly the best choice.
Probably not. If he's working his way out. No, there's no
invited this smart bastard.
You are very insistent. This.
I wanted both of the Galaxy Geeks.
Which would have been doubly worse. Sorry, Daniel. This is not a slight against you. Thank you, Taco.
I know, right? But
hey, do you want to come on the show? I really don't want you here. You're my runner-up.
You are in the top 2 of the people I asked from our own channel after we couldn't get both Galaxy Geeks. Do you want honesty or do you want lies?
No offense, but it sounds like some fucking commie gobbledygook.
I know you do, and it makes me love it more. I didn't play it.
I will burn down the internet if I have to delete that clip.
One time, Sonny. You got one time with that clip and you used it. Daniel, you'll agree with me. I asked Snark first, and he can't do it. Snark is awesome.
He was in the comments before. He's like, I just don't want to be on a show with you, Taco.
He's like, Saturdays I can't do. And then when I saw him, I was like, hey.
It's just you.
All right. Luke's at 2 points. And Luke, you can start up round 3.
There we go. Okay. Now we can all base our choices on him.
Okay, so this character, I've gone with some Sith, I've gone with some Jedi, I got to go with a bounty hunter. And you've got to go with the best bounty hunter. A bounty hunter that you would not think would be great, but he's actually incredible because he uses his mouth to get out of everything. He is the merc with the mouth, Deadpool.
We used Deadpool.
What?
Soda.
Wasn't Deadpool was one of Ben's picks.
Oh,
it's fine. We can pitch him again. It's a different guy pitching him
again. Yeah,
no, it's a different guy pitching him. It's totally cool.
I didn't know.
It's gonna be no. I know you didn't know, but I thought you got the list. I thought we gave it to everybody. I'm sorry.
I think I need to go pray.
I mean, I still go with Deadpool. It's still Deadpool.
It's still Deadpool, and you're gonna pitch it differently than the last guy did. So
okay, let's go. Let's hear it.
I want to. I mean, here's the thing. Who's the only bounty hunter who could live through the Death Star? I mean, literally, the whole planet where Deadpool could be on could explode, and Deadpool would live through it.
Does he play both sides, or is he strictly one way or the other?
He's a merc with a mouth. He works with anybody.
He does have a heart of gold. He does.
Sometimes. Depends if he has his memory or not.
So he's like Boba Fett.
Uncanny X-Force is my favorite run with Deadpool ever for multiple reasons, and he has a heart of gold in that. He's also called the Degenerate by the entire team. Just calls him the Degenerate. Where's the Degenerate? Oh, he's over there.
so see, he would be the best bounty hunter. I mean, you would hate paying for him because you don't want him, like you just don't want to hear his mouth, but you gotta go with Deadpool.
Lucas, every single one of your picks comic book characters. I'm starting to see a theme.
It wasn't at first, and then someone stole my one pick that I was super excited about.
I'm sorry. I was always going to pick that. There's a good reason.
I'm so salty on that one, but yes,
so I'm not sorry because if anyone else took this pick, I would have genuinely fought them.
I was so salty. All right, go ahead and go with your pick. I'm guessing it's the pick.
Oh no, wait. Do we have any problems or with anything?
Any issues with Deadpool?
I don't have any specific problems with Deadpool, especially as a bounty hunter. That is a really good place to put him. Yeah.
I have a giant bite of a sandwich in my mouth. Can somebody else talk real quick?
I already asked my question.
Yeah, the only other thing is I'd love to see him I don't know, working for one of the crime bosses, basically kind of the flip side of where he is in the comics.
He would kind of
be friend to no one. No one would like him because he just runs his mouth constantly.
And his fourth wall breaks in a not comic book or movie format, just in Star Wars, people would shoot him in the head immediately.
Jarring. Yeah,
and he looked out of nowhere, and
he would live through every shot, though.
And but it's not who's going to live in Star Wars.
But a bounty hunter who's not good to work with is the worst bounty hunter.
Yeah, I feel like he'd just frustrate everyone. No one want to hire him.
I do want to see him and Cad Bane fight next to each other, but that's just for the color dynamic of a primarily blue and black guy and a red and black guy, but that's it. That's the only reason. Because Cad Bane's blue and gray or blue and brown thing with the red and black, it would look great.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Jess, you go.
Okay, so this is the one that Luke was salty about because
salty.
It's tattooed on my ankle, man. I couldn't go past it.
I know she said tattooed, but her accent sounded like tattered. I got it tattered. What? Sorry, go ahead.
It's part of my charm, okay? It's the accent. It's part of the charm. I was thinking about a character that would turn, so either going from light to dark or dark to light, and I figured what better than dark to light, is it Lord Scourge? In the Old Republic? No.
Yes. I didn't know you were talking about Star Wars. I thought you were talking about a character you're pitching. Yes, Scourge did go dark to light.
To what we're talking about. Yeah.
Pure-blooded Sith who went kind of light side, kind of. Good job.
Yeah. There you go. I know some things about Star Wars. So
Malgus is a way more important character than Scourge.
Okay.
But keep going.
Yes. Anyway, so
I literally thought she was talking about the Marvel one.
No.
Me too. I thought she was saying Surge from Toy Story wrong is what I thought.
Surge.
No, my character. He's not tattooed on my ankle. Jeez. So my character is Experiment 626/Stitch. That's a great image to use. Because 4 arms, but they can retract them, so he could wield multiple lightsabers.
As a Sith? Is that what you're pitching him as?
Sith to light, because that's what he does in Lilo and Stitch. He goes from being he's hell-bent on destruction. He that's all he wants to do until he finds love, and then he wants to.
Is he an experiment of the Sith?
Well, he is Experiment 626.
That's what I'm asking. Is he a
Sith? He's created to destroy. That's his only primary objective is to destroy.
In the Star Wars universe, did Sith scientists create him to destroy, and then he turned good?
Yes.
Is that what you're pitching?
Yes.
All right.
I have a nitpick.
I love it. I'm glad you have a nitpick because I love it. It's all the ones where I'm like, I love it blindly. You're like multiple issues.
Here we go.
Okay, so here's, for one, I actually like the idea of Stitch in Star Wars. Just I love the idea.
Stitch.
But I would not have gone the route you had went with being a Sith to a Jedi. My idea was, and this is my reasoning for that, is going towards him being a bounty hunter. Him being a bounty hunter would work so good.
4 blasters.
Exactly. That was what I was pitching, because if you think about it, he would make a great bounty hunter. He could hide in areas. He could come out and shoot anybody. He could look fluffy so that people wouldn't think he was this bad guy. But if you put him Sith, it's kind of easy to tell he's going to be a bad guy, or even take, well, because of the eyes, because of the cloak, because
he does the big cutie eyes things. He knows how to he knows how to start learning languages straight off the bat. Oh, Stitch versus Yoda. Yeah. That
would be fun. But I don't know. I just see him more as a bounty hunter, especially with his ability with blasters.
Multiple lightsabers. That's what I want.
I don't know. I think bounty hunter, he worked better bounty hunter.
Wait, is Jeremy Miller asking if Cad Bane is related to Darth Bane? One's a Duro and one's a human, and they're 3,000 years apart, but yes.
Bane, he's talking Bane, the Batman villain.
Yeah.
All right, well, there's also Darth Bane, all right?
Jeez. Right.
But not the Bane he was talking about.
Well, sorry, this isn't, let's talk about the Batman villains. This is
the one thing I do like about multiple lightsabers is, especially with the journey from Sith to good, he could have like multiple different colors of lightsaber. And they're all the different places he's been.
I have a lightsaber pitch. That's all I have, though. I agree with Luke completely, but I do have a lightsaber pitch. The last 4-armed guy with lightsabers you saw in the Clone Wars was General Kresh. No, it's not Kresh. Oh my god, I'm so out of it today. General. The fuck is his name? The Basilisk with the 2 giant.
It's going to be really long to put on like his business card if it's General whatever the fuck his name is.
I can't believe I can't remember his name right now. But the Basilisk Jedi he's got 4 arms, and he carries the 2 giant double-bladed lightsabers, so he wields double-bladed. So do that, but since he's tiny, it's double Shotos. So little tiny blades, but he is still dual-wielding doubles.
And he's super, super quick, super athletic, can flip over things. He's really strong, can lift can lift a diesel tanker. Is that what
he's not going to live long enough to become light side. He's too psychotic at the beginning. He needs a little Hawaiian girl to bring him down, and that doesn't exist. Hawaii isn't a thing in this galaxy.
No, it's love that conquers him, not the little. It didn't have to specifically be a little Hawaiian girl. There was no point that specified that she had to be a little Hawaiian girl.
Last I checked, Sith apprentices didn't counter love too much when they're murdering people.
Yeah, but we don't know what he does in his travels to get there. This is my story. You asked me for my pitch, and that's where he's going.
But it's my nitpick. You asked me for my nitpick, and that's
I didn't actually ask you for a nitpick. I was
We're allowed to do it. It's part of the game. I don't even know why.
Okay, Jesus Christ, I don't know what's going on here.
Thank you, boss. No, seriously. Why did I tell you about the Schmodown? All right, we can move on.
All right, Taco, your pick.
I didn't think we were going to move on that fast.
You're the one Russian, just saying.
I am not Russian. I gotta decide.
So wait, this whole time you haven't been thinking about your choice?
I have, but now that's the best about being one of the last picks. Is I get to decide if I should use a really great one or not. I think I will. We haven't heard a lot. We heard a Deadpool, so we heard a bounty hunter. Then we heard a Sith. We haven't heard a Jedi yet. So now Daniel's thinking I won't use my Jedi pick. I'll use my Jedi pick. Okay. So she is from a world that is completely against her 100% because she doesn't fit in the world that she is from. The world that she is from is very misogynistic, is very male forward. Women are supposed to be ladies, are supposed to wear dresses, but she was born with a lot of muscle. She was born rather ugly, and she was born with battle prowess. But also, what she has learned is chivalry, is protecting the weak, both in the book version and in the
I know who this is.
She protected the weak. The book version's better. Please, where are my book readers at?
She also got stood up after having her first time with someone.
In the shitty TV version.
Have I got it right? Do I know?
Yeah, you got it right.
Yes.
I don't know who this is. I don't
From the Sapphire Islands, from the Isle of Tarth, I have Brienne of Tarth as my Jedi. She is the most chivalrous person ever. She protects the weak. She cares so much about the Jedi Code. She hasn't even heard of the Jedi Code. And if she's not even in the horrible world that George R. Martin has written, by the way, I love those books so much. I just got through my second run of the last 2 books. I listened to them all at once. Last two books was 116 chapters. I just finished them today. It was a really big moment for me. But Brienne wouldn't have to grow up in that fucked up misogynistic society. She would live.
Would that have changed her though? That's the thing. It's because
she would still be a big battle prowess, chivalrous person.
You know
that society has done. Yeah. Have you read the books? Yes. That society has done nothing but pulled her down. It literally didn't shape her into the amazing human she is. She is the amazing human she is. She is probably the most good character of that entire series. Over Jon Snow, even. All right, tied with Jon Snow. Better than Tyrion. Those last books, he's a monster. But anyways, Brienne is a good person, an amazing swordswoman, and the fact that she is chivalrous to the bone, she would be such a good Jedi. She has a pure blue lightsaber. She fights Shicho Form 1, Shicho, and Form 4, Genso, which is Anakin's form. Counters, block counter. I think she'd make an amazing Jedi. Maybe she's not going to be super Force, focused. But in this world, if I'm making her Jedi,
she's quite emotional. Do we forget that it's quite emotional?
She's emotional because of the world that drug her down.
Yeah,
she
but
doesn't have the misogynistic.
No, I'm sorry, but but she's also emotional in so many ways. Like
and
she can't take losses. She doesn't know. Yeah, exactly.
She falls to love. just like
because she grew up in this world, but not in the Jedi Order. She grew up in the Jedi Order.
The world's not what caused her to love. World was not what.
Yeah, but if she grew up in the Jedi Order, that taught her that if she was grabbed by the Jedi at a young age, she wouldn't have those hang-ups.
No,
she was told. All right, guys. She was told that her duty was to get married into love at a young age.
Yeah, but she rebelled against that. That's why she became part of. Come on.
But she's not being told that anymore. She's being told just be a fucking badass.
Yeah. So you're telling me that she won't find love then?
Love is not forbidden. Attachment is forbidden. One could say the Jedi are encouraged to love. I'm quoting Anakin to a T right now.
I mean, did you see the attachment she had
at the end of that horrible TV show? I'm trying to pitch the Song of Ice and Fire book version.
I gotta go off the show.
I know that would happen, but you can't deny that she's not the most good frick. If she was told by her uppers,
she's also very emotional.
Perfect. She's a flawed Jedi, just like every Jedi.
Remember, the Jedi Council ends up falling because they're hubris. You would have her fall just as much because she followed the cult of the Jedi the whole time. So
you're right. So how does that make her emotions? How does that not make her fit in the Star Wars universe?
Because
thousands of Jedi fell with him.
Mm-hmm.
But she would end up a Sith in the end because of the love.
Yeah,
she would have won.
She would not end up as a Sith. She would die during Order 66. She would die during Order 66. She would not end up a Sith. She's way too good. she would never fall to the dark side, period. Brianna Tarth is a paragon of the light, and I will stand by that.
She
She
fell for
will
a
die.
fuckboy in the TV show, so
Yeah,
things
and
have
fuck
happened.
the TV show. And guess what?
Oh,
You know what?
no! You can't erase canon where you see fit.
That's not canon.
Sir. You cannot.
It's canon.
You cannot just go, I don't like this version of it. I'm going to take it and I'm going to get rid of it.
Okay, so let me tell you about the books. Currently in the book, she is bringing Jamie to get assassinated by the reanimated corpse of Catelyn Stark. She is literally turning on that fuckboy. Yes. She is literally going to him to bring her.
But it doesn't.
All I'm saying is she's not
gonna
gonna fall to the dark side for the D. That is not something that Brianna fucking Tarth does.
Yeah, well,
Also, I have one nitpick with Jess saying we can't just ignore canon, because isn't that kind of what Star Wars does many different times? There's this canon, this is canon, and then this other canon, we're going to move that to this other pile.
I said the books over the show immediately. It's like one of the first things I said. But I was going to keep the show for reference for the people who didn't know the books, but I really don't like her ending the show. I think it ruined the character. And the Brienne I'm pitching is the Bran who's traveling the the Riverlands and the Crownlands looking for the Stark girls because of the oath that she took. And she's killing people and she's fighting off her oppressors and the people who signify the oppressive society that have held her down. This is all bullshit.
So what makes her not want to take out the Jedi Council, who would be just as oppressive? Because
she's taking out the Sith.
It would, but they're not the oppressors in her life. It'd be the Jedi Council.
But that still makes her fit. Plenty of people take down the Jedi Council. She still fits perfectly. You've not seen her face as Phasma, so even though it's the same actress, I'm just gonna move past.
Okay, so it's fine for Brienne to want to take down the Jedi Council, but not for Buffy to do it. And one will fall to hubris, but the other won't.
I love the Buffy thing. You had the very misfortune of pitching at the same time some jerk pitched Batman. All right, I would have loved the Buffy. I fucking
hey. If you had pitched Buffy as Sith, I would have been more on board with Buffy going Sith.
He pitched her as Gray.
No, he pitched her as Jedi.
Yeah, that turned Gray. That turned Ahsoka. That's great. I'm pitching Brienne as Jedi, by the way. And her blue lightsaber will match the sapphires of her eyes.
Stay on target. Stay on target.
I'm literally defending my character, Soda. I'm literally doing that. I'm literally
I like that you're the one that constantly gets told to stay on target.
I know, but I'm literally doing it.
It's
all right,
so
we
funny.
can move on, though. We've been on Brienne for a bit, but that's my pitch. It's her as a Jedi, and I think it's a good pitch. Whatever.
Okay. So
Luke better not fucking win again.
What?
I will burn this whole fandom to the ground.
Right?
Okay. Come on, Daniel. No, Daniel. Let's do.
Go.
I do think I have a nuclear option, and I want to pitch basically the most dark side thing I could find.
Ooh,
and
okay,
this is a Venom symbiote sword, and created by the god of the Venom symbiotes. It's called the All Black. It's the Necro Sword. It's also known as the Necro World. It's the actual sword itself.
It's a cool comic.
Yeah. And
but it
the
has
god,
sentience. It's a character.
Yes, the god of symbiotes, Newell, creates it. It's one of the first symbiotes, and it is forged into a sword so that he can kill Celestials with it. And then it later possesses Gore the God Butcher and sends him on his rampage to kill all of the gods. It then possesses like Galactus. It possesses Ego at one point and just becomes a planet that eats galaxies. And
it's one of my favorite Thor comics of all time, by the way.
It is one of one of my most favorite like things. Like
Is that Jason Aaron who wrote that?
Yep, it's Jason Aaron.
I hope I get even
So good.
3% of that in the coming Thor movies because like
Galaxy Geek, are you a nerd? Do you know comic books and shit? That's cool.
Yes, maybe.
Yeah, he's only pitched just comic characters.
Yeah, exactly.
I know, right?
But yes, I love that.
I don't even need
storyline,
nitpicks, so don't ask me. I don't.
I've
And yeah,
gotten it
also a very cool thing is it's super powerful. It was thrown into the heart of a star, and that just changed its color. So that was a pretty cool tidbit I learned looking it up earlier.
So can you tell me its role specifically? You pitched it as a Marvel character. So can you pitch it as a Star Wars character, please?
Yes, I honestly want it to be my dream is it is the lightsaber. It is the like lightsaber of the Sith. It's both like master and weapon. Because it does bond to its hosts. The host like pushes its will, but it is the form of a weapon, and so I was picturing it as like a sentient dark side lightsaber.
My only issue there is like we're supposed to be going characters. This would be considered more just a weapon, and
it's not to shoot you down, but he did ask permission specifically with it being a sentient object, if that's okay. And I did deem it okay because it does have sentience and it is a character. So I would love for you not to attack its variability, because if I would have told him no, he wouldn't have pitched it, and it would make me feel like an asshole if you attacked that.
I'm not that, but no. Other than that, the sentience, I would have pitched it more about the sentience of saying this is a character that is trying to control. Like, what's this sentient sword's motivation for being in the galaxy? Let's go that route. What's its motivations for what it's doing?
Killing gods. So yeah, no, for real, in the Star Wars universe, what the fuck is its motivation?
Yeah, well, I believe
killing the Force.
that could be its intent in a way, but I do think it is just trying to like destroy, and so it's pushing each wielder further into the dark side, always whispering, always pushing farther and farther, because again, it doesn't need the whole master apprentice relationship. It just bonds to the next one, and it keeps pushing. It gets to realize Palpatine's vision of getting to live forever.
You're still pitching it more on the weapon side. I would still pitch it more on sentience of its own.
So like Palpatine's gonna wield it with a lightsaber at the same like he's got that and then a lightsaber, and then he's gonna kill Savage Opress. I don't know what time era you were thinking of.
I'm not exactly sure either. Like I do
like it as Palpatine's like apprentice that no one knows about. like his
that's
weapon
right.
apprentice.
It's such a great idea that
as a weapon wise, I love the idea of something like that in Star Wars, especially if you're using it almost like the Venom symbiote, where it's something where it has its own will, its own desires.
Is so fucking good too. Its design is so cool in the comics.
Yeah.
It's so very Star Wars, except I get where Luke's hesitancy is of it. Is it all right? So we okayed it to be a character. So what is its motivations as to what then help Palpatine climb to the top?
Yes, its motivations is to drive Sith further down to the dark side. So its purpose is to find what is the most the dark side can do. And like it's trying to push like, and yes, we can use Palpatine because it is kind of a I like Palpatine as the Vision because it's the immortality quest kind of fits.
Palpatine is kind of like Goth the God Killer or Goth the God Killer of What's his name?
And yes,
Gore.
I think like he's actually, here's a terrible pitch that everyone's gonna hate. He's the one who convinces Palpatine to make Snoke, because what are clones but like pieces of symbiotes broken off? He convinces Palpatine to symbiote himself.
You're pitching a character, and then you said he's responsible for one of my least favorite things of the Star Wars.
It's canon. We can't choose what canon is.
Are we sure?
Yeah, but you want to take credit for it?
Nope.
Nope. That's like when if somebody tried to pitch, this is the dude who made Metachlorians, I'd be like, what?
I'm not saying it's not. I mean, it's the same idea like the symbiotes.
I'm just saying it fits. Yeah.
All right,
that's what I got.
Pretty cool. I don't hate it. Was that the first pick? Where are we at?
That was
done all of them.
Yeah, that's it. All right. I want to tell everybody I drank the 2 beers I thought I was going to eat for this whole show, and I went and grabbed my lesser ones, and I only ate some of my dinner, so I might be a little drunk. I don't get drunk on the show too much. I just get drink. I get a little drinky. I don't usually get actually drunk on these podcasts. Okay, so who wants to vote first? Should it be...
Don't we start with the person who did the pick first?
Yeah, so it would be Luke then, right?
Oh, man. This one's a bit harder. I gotta go with Stitch being a Jedi.
He hates it because it was his pick.
I fought it so hard. It's my pick. I wish it was a bounty hunter, but I gotta go with Stitch because it's the one that's really sticking in my head. Jess, your go.
I like the sword. I like Daniel's pick. I'm sorry. I'm not even. No, I'm not sorry. I'm going Daniel's. It looks so cool.
Oh, it's a cool sword. I love the design and the idea of it. I love the everything.
For the sake of voting, Daniel, may I ask you to go first?
He's going to change his vote. He's going to change his vote.
No, because I don't want Daniel to know that he's winning, that he already won.
Right?
Because I'm going Daniel. You already won.
You've won. I'm okay with that.
Unless he picks mine, then Soda has to come in and divide it.
So Daniel, I'm voting for your sword.
He can't vote for himself. So
Daniel, who do you have?
Wants to skew things
and yeah, I honestly cannot remember what most of this round was.
Mine was Brianna Tarth, hers was Stitch, and down there was Deadpool.
Yes. Yeah, and I really do like all of those pitches. So, and yeah, I do kind of agree with it being a bounty hunter for Stitch or just anything.
But that wasn't the pitch.
It wasn't the pitch.
No, it's a very good
not pitch.
Yeah. I do like I probably would have gone with Brienne, honestly. I love that, like, she's a Jedi vibe, and even though I gave you shit for, I mean, it was someone else's argument that knocked Buffy off, but I'll give you the shit for it anyway, because
I defended Buffy. I want everyone to know that.
Yeah, you get my vote on the same argument that lost.
Yeah, Daniel won it. Yeah,
Daniel won it.
With the sentient sword, Daniel won it.
I love. Not gonna lie, I love that idea that in Star Wars, I was being nitpicky on it, just being more of a weapon than a person.
Yeah,
but
honestly,
I love the idea.
I was very close to, like, because I needed to pitch it as something. I was very close to trying to pitch it as a negative force, but I was just like, that's too much of a high concept to try and pitch in 3 minutes.
I think I probably would have pitched it like Venom. I would have gone more of the idea of like this would have its own conscious like Venom does with Eddie Brock, and kind of go more this character just wants the world to burn, and it has this desire for
we
death.
need to start again, but at the same time I need to run away. Nope, yeah, she's going next. She's going next. And I'm taking a 3-second break to go take care of something, and I'll be right back. You can start, or you guys can just, I don't know,
talk amongst ourselves.
Talk amongst yourselves.
You get to be with the comic nerds.
Yeah. I only know very few things about comics. It's great.
I'm just curious if they'll actually end up using that sword at all. I think they're leaning that way, but I don't think they're gonna. They'll use it with Venom, but I just don't know if they're going to have Venom symbiotes fully in the MCU. I think you're going to see a Venom symbiote in the next Spider-Man movie, but I don't see it within the full MCU, even though I want to see that sword so badly.
Yeah, I do kind of agree with that too. Like, I don't think they're gonna do it, but I think they're gonna nod to it. Like,
well, they kind of did, because they had to give an excuse for why Venom ended up in the Spider-Man universe. So they basically were like, "Oh, all the Venom symbiotes know all the same information." So that's why we had Eddie Brock in Spider-Man No Way Home in a weird. That was
actually when I was looking up information doing research, I kind of learned like they did that with the All Black as well. Is when it's forged, that's when they wrote that symbiotes had some like the sound weakness. Yeah. Well, no, like symbiotes from that point on had the sound weakness from being tempered into a sword.
Yes.
All right. As soon as you're done with your thought, Jesco, we gotta move.
Go ahead.
I want to do a smuggler. What was that reaction for?
I love smugglers, dude.
I'm just pulling in from all the things I love. One of these being more Kiwis in Star Wars, because we don't have enough, and I'm just going to keep pitching them until they happen. He's made of rocks. He's not very good at starting revolutions, but I think he might be a pretty good smuggler. It's Korg.
Oh, I love it. I love it so much. Oh,
I literally,
so good at it.
He was like 6 on my list. He was so on my list.
Did you have him as a smuggler as well?
No, I had him as a rebel. He's a revolution.
He'd be great. No, but he's failed at them. That's why he can't be one.
I had him as like hanging out on the Millennium Falcon, just kind of in the background.
Did not print off enough pamphlets. Sorry. So no, that's why I made him a
He
smuggler.
lost the paper.
Mm-hmm.
Also, he just hates his stepdad too.
Yeah, exactly.
You're a smuggler? Yeah. What makes him a good smuggler, though?
He's a bunch of rocks.
Yeah, he's great.
What the fuck just happened? How does that make somebody good at smuggling? He's made of rocks. That's what makes Davos Seaworth good at smuggling.
Would you notice him if he decided to just crouch in a corner and just pretend to be a part? You would not notice him.
That is so not what smuggling is in the Star Wars galaxy. He's flying ships in under the radar. The fact he's made of rocks is like
if he's in the middle of a mission and he thinks he's going to get caught, he can just hide as a pile of rocks.
There are like 3 planets where a pile of rocks is the least likely thing you're expecting.
You didn't.
I wasn't gonna pitch him as a smuggler.
Well, that's fine. If you should have picked him.
There's 2 stormtroopers talking. There's 2 stormtroopers talking, and it's like, where did that pile of rocks come from? I don't know, man.
I'm sorry. Have stormtroopers been established as being bright beings? Because I don't think they have.
Just because they don't have good accuracy doesn't make them dumb. All right, I don't have good accuracy. I'm blind in one eye. I'm dumb now, Jess. Jeez, man. Put that on me.
I mean, you said it, not me.
I mean, if Korg was a smuggler for Mustafar,
words
maybe.
I can't say.
I mean, it might work for Mustafar, but you know, he rocks.
I didn't say it was a good pitch. It's still my pitch, though. Yeah, it's on brand. Kiwi chooses Kiwis.
Also, I do feel
Yes,
I do
thank
feel
you,
the need
Snark.
to
He won't
point
be
out that
detected.
one of the
He's still
very
living,
few
Rock.
things
He's still living.
one of the very few things we know about Korg is that he was caught and imprisoned by the Grandmaster.
I didn't say he was going to be good at it. When did I ever pitch that he'd be good at it? That's it. That's it. That's all I've got. Taco, who have you got?
Who you got, Taco?
I fucking love it so much. I haven't decided yet. No, I know who I'm gonna go with. No.
You got two picks. You got two
You didn't
picks.
even get yours.
I know. I have two picks. So let's look at my other pick.
The good ones.
The one I got a good one, and then
You don't even remember what your picks are?
No, I just. Would you just say Pixar?
Pixar.
No, I won't go with that one. I'm gonna go. So, the first time I came up with this was because of Shao Kahn. Is actually how this happened. Is Mortal Kombat. So, I want to say a year ago, I don't play a lot of Mortal Kombat like I did as a kid. Like played 1, 2, and 3, and then I played a little bit of the reboot. But I got really heavy into learning about it. It's weird that YouTube can do that to you, where you start learning about the lore. I found a YouTube channel. This will all come back to my pick. I found a YouTube channel called History Behind the Warrior, and it gave me the lore of all these different Mortal Kombat characters. I found it extremely fascinating. And then I found a YouTube channel of two players who are twins, and one of them likes Sector and one of them likes Cyrax, and they literally play it's ketchup and mustard. I'm not making this up. They're two identical twins who play as the two cyborgs who are yellow and red, and they go by ketchup and mustard. And they do competitive history. So I started learning about how to play these characters that I will never learn how to play. I don't play the game. And it got me obsessed with Mortal Kombat. And I watched all of the cutscenes from the last 3 Mortal Kombats, 9, 10, and 11. And it was a 13-hour video on YouTube, and I do not fucking regret it. It was amazing. And in it, I saw this great shot by Shao Kahn, who comes out of like this. It's the beginning of Mortal Kombat 11. He comes out of this time thing, and he looks like a fucking Sith Lord. And I was like, I have an idea for a fucking Star Wars show. I'm going to pitch people in Star Wars. So Shao Kahn's why I came up with it. The point I'm getting at is there's so many people in the Mortal Kombat universe I want to pitch, and I'm doing them one per game, and this is my Mortal Kombat pick. Because he's a cyborg. He's part cybernetic. He's got a cybernetic fucking eye. He's got a cybernetic heart, which makes him cold. He's also Australian for you there. Your arch nemesis. Yeah, your arch nemesis, the Australians.
So I'm not going to pick it. That's fine.
That's fine. You weren't going to pick it anyways. You've been really hating me all game. That's fine. Whatever. He's a badass. He's a gun runner. He's not a smuggler. He's not a bounty hunter. He's a gun runner, and he is fucking Kano. Yes! Not the pick I would have chose, but yes. I thought you were going to grab one from actual Mortal Kombat, but not the movie. But yes. He is Kano. Whoa.
Wow, he just left. He didn't like that one at all.
There goes Daniel. Should we wait until Daniel comes back? He's not in the green room. He's gone.
No, I think just keep talking until he eventually returns.
I know. I didn't specify. But I like him as a gun runner because something that he does in the Mortal Kombat universe, which I love, is he's before Outworld kind of like came in the focus for the rest of the world before they invaded. He was taking Outworld tech and selling it to like Americans, part of his Black Dragon clan. And I kind of like the idea of in this universe, he's come back. In this universe, Kano is stealing Outworld tech, is stealing Sith tech. He's going down on the Korriban or Morriban or Exegol, if you want to go by that crappy movie. And he is taking Sith tech and selling it to the highest bidder. He's a gun runner. And he's a cyborg, so he totally fits because cyborgs are huge. He throws Katorsis blades. He is my pick. Kano, the gun runner. Boom. Yeah, you don't have... Yeah, what's up?
I don't
So
know
how's
enough
the
about the
pick?
character to really nitpick.
Yeah, I don't. That's the thing is, so I can't really comment.
He's a cyborg, so yay. Let's throw him to Mustafar in the lava and
He's not a light. He's not fighting anyone in the lava though.
I mean, we could always throw him in the lava.
All right, then don't find him as Kano, but as my pitch is a guy he's a cyborg human who's stealing Sith tech and selling it to everybody. He's a gun runner. I feel like he totally would fit as like another type of criminal syndicate. Like he's not a Hutt. He's not like that type of a crime lord. He's totally like filling in a void that the Star Wars universe is missing.
As long as a Jedi doesn't come after him just cut his arms and legs.
He could totally fight a Jedi. I mean, if he can fight like Liu Kang and Scorpion and Sub-Zero, he can at least stand up a little bit against a Jedi.
Get cut to shreds.
Yeah, the movie version, but the video game, he's a big, beefy dude. He can wield his Tortoise's daggers. He could totally fight against them to hold him off before he leaves.
I'm just thinking, but I don't know on that one.
Daniel, please tell me I got another person who knows Mortal Kombat in here.
I'm sorry. I've definitely played it, but I do not know any of the lore. Because surprisingly, that's not what's in the game.
What's not in the game? The lore?
The lore, yeah.
Yeah, it is. In the first three, it wasn't, but now it's all lore. It's all storyline.
Well, yes, but the first three are the ones I played. The last time I played Mortal Kombat, it was on Super Nintendo, okay?
Well, at least somebody's got my back. Thank you, Next Issue Podcast. It's got better
a lightsaber couldn't just bat it away or get...
That's fine. He'll shoot until you have to fucking deflect it, and then he'll throw Kator's dagger at you, and then he'll run and you'll go, let's go sell this stuff as he flies away because he's Australian.
But
is that your Australian accent?
Yeah.
If
let's hear your North Dakota
has...
accent. Yeah. Way to take the high road. You can't do my accent either.
I wasn't trying to. That's the point. You were
to
trying to do an accent.
I had to play the character for a second.
Did you? Did anyone ask you to do that? No.
Yeah. I'm gonna pitch a bounty hunter. I think.
Ooh.
I'm gonna pitch, and I assume Soda will know which one I'm gonna pick. She's a comic book character from the X-Men.
We got more comics.
And I think she'd make an effective bounty hunter because this character can't touch anyone without rendering them unconscious.
Okay.
My pick is Rogue.
Yeah, Rogue.
Okay.
And also, she has the added benefit of getting to take along memories and bits of those people's power sets, which will allow her to, she can absorb all sorts of different abilities and also be able to tell information from her targets. She could be honestly a lot more than a bounty hunter. She could be a person who trades more in information as well, but I think she starts out in that realm where she can just she can very easily take people along on her bounties because she'll just knock them out, and then by the time they wake up, they're in chains, and also they lose their memories and shit. It's a super great power set to have if you're trying to bounty hunt, I think.
Yeah.
Until Sith comes by and cuts her hands off, and then she's done. But
she can touch with her face.
Do
that shit.
Yeah, actually, she does discover her powers by
if
kissing
Anna
a
Paquin
boy,
walked up to you randomly in the street and said, "Can I please rub my face against yours?" You're like, that's weird, but yeah.
I'm pretty sure he pitched the comic book version, so it's not necessarily Anna Paquin, but looks like that, so that's still fine.
It's an equivalent. That's what I'm saying. It's an equivalent of Anna Paquin. It might not look like Anna Paquin, but it looks as good as Anna Paquin. Not to, whatever I just did. All right, come on, keep moving. Stop letting me talk. Somebody else talk.
Okay.
I've got
anybody?
no nitpicks. I've got no nitpicks.
I think it's great as a bounty hunter.
I like the idea. I mean, I'm good with it.
Yeah. What about
she
you?
Can steal people's thoughts and like walk up to somebody who knows about her target and touch them, and then they're going to be in a coma, so they can't even rat on you for walking up and touching them. I feel like it totally works. Is she gonna somehow? Is she? Hey, Brennan, what's up? Did she somehow get Miss Marvel's super strength in this universe? Probably not, huh?
Well,
I would say no.
Universe.
Yeah, Carol Danvers is in this universe, so she doesn't have the super strength in the flight. She just has
there's been two instances of her retaining powers permanently from Captain Marvel and from Wonder Man, but there's no guarantee that she'd run into one of those types of people. So I was basing my argument not expecting it.
All right.
Okay.
Should we move on to Luke then?
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Yeah.
You're doing great, sweetie.
He's here. He's working.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Hi.
You're kind of the host of the show. I don't know if anyone told you that before this happened, but you're kind of the host.
Evan's supposed to be here. I don't know what you guys are yelling at me about. He's not even here. At least I showed up. Had a long day. Go fucking
Okay, Luke, what's your pitch?
Luke, what's your pitch? See, you're a co-host. You can do it.
All right, my pick is a female character who is wise, who is strong, who would lead the Jedi Council, who would be someone who would fight for the little man, who would keep the council strong. My pick is Wonder Woman.
Damn.
Okay.
I mean, think of this character who has so much wisdom and cares so much for children and cares so much for the people around her. She would be someone who would fight for the council. She would fight for the goals of the council, but not let the council fall. You watch, even in her darkest moments, as in the Injustice storylines, she's not just, but even though she's doing it for love, she's still following the command and making sure it is followed.
It's
so she's
kind of
on
a bad command to be like following, though. I just
no.
Because she wants to get with Superman, so she's like, cool, I'm just gonna go rogue here.
Specifically, what Wonder Woman?
Wonder Woman from the comics, not from the Injustice.
She's like the most proud freaking like black and white freaking hero.
Let's go Wonder Woman from the.
There you go. All right, you picked one who isn't a.
Okay, so which Wonder Woman were you picking?
He wanted to go movies.
From the movies.
Gal Gadot. Yeah. That's probably the least controversial one because her in the comic, she's very like.
Yeah, it depends. It depends which comic too, and it's.
I'm a Frank Miller fan.
yeah. But yeah,
Frank Miller,
Wonder Woman, her wisdom, her caring for children, her just everything that she is about, I think would work great on the Jedi Council.
And you're speaking specifically like prequel era Jedi Council.
Yeah, prequel Jedi Council.
I don't hate it. Can you tell me what she's got going on lightsaber wise?
Lightsaber, probably a yellow lightsaber to match.
Oh, holy shit! Truth. Okay, I was thinking blue.
It match her lasso of truth.
All right, so like Inquisitor, like she's an Inquisitor. She's Sentinel. She's kind of got that.
Okay.
Yeah, kind of like Sentinel, kind of like those types, like the Temple Guard.
Holy shit! Yeah, all right. I don't hate it. I really thought you were gonna go like pure Guardian blue, but you went the Lasso of Truth route.
She's also infallible to love. For some stupid reason.
Oh, I thought you were still trying to call out Brienne there.
No, this is yet another one. That's all I'm going to fall for. Blonde.
But she ended up
white man.
For her.
You wouldn't fall for Chris Pine? Are you judging that?
After what do they spend? Like 2 weeks together? Come on, what am I, Juliet? Jeez.
But here's the thing: even though she's
greatest love story of all time,
she ends up giving up.
It's a terrible love story.
But she ends up giving up her love for the right reasons. She did something that even Anakin could not do.
He sacrificed himself, actually. She didn't give him up. He sacrificed himself. It wasn't like it was a choose the world or choose him. He was like, I'm going to get on this plane and take off, and then the power of my love is going to make you strong again, even though it should have been the power of her, what's inside her makes her strong again. No, it's the power of love.
But in the second movie,
man.
But in the second movie,
in the second movie, she's so much worse.
I haven't seen the second movie. I heard it's
takes
horrible.
over a man's body and does things with it that's not consensual to the person that it was the body.
About 20%. Take it back about 20%.
That's so her motivations in it are so bad that she's like, what, your heartbroken?
Don't do that to her. Don't do that to her, Soda.
I'm gonna kill you, Soda. She was heartbroken over a dude for 2 weeks, and now she's gonna spend the rest of her life alone being a dick to other people. Wow, so noble of you.
All right, the fact that her viewers went up during her rants, I will thank Jess for, but.
I
as soon as she heard Gal Gadot, she's like, "Give me a comma."
It's not her. It's the Wonder Woman as a franchise.
I can't blame you on, especially on the second movie, but
especially if we're going movie version. As soon as you said movie version, I was out for blood. I'm sorry.
I know. As soon as you said, I was like, "What version?" And you're like, "Movie version." She's like, "Oh."
Well, I'd rather the movie. He is right though. The movie version is, even though all that, it is a bit
somehow less
problematic. It is. It's actually less, especially with
she
still does stupid things.
She's a little Nazi in the comics. She's a little Nazi.
Yeah, but then in the movie version, she's like, "Well, for love," and it's so
All right. As much as I don't agree with Jess's methods, I do agree with the fact that she probably won't make a good Jedi. Wonder Woman, not Jess. Jess won't make a good Jedi, but
she might. She might.
I don't want to be.
Honestly, she might work as a
stay on the dark
guardian.
side. You know,
I think she'd work as a temple guardian, probably.
I could see her as a temple guardian.
I could change Stitch to a bounty hunter, so he can't change it as one.
I'm not changing. I'm not changing it. I'm just like stating for just my. I'm still going Jedi Council.
You know, you almost
thank you, Brennan.
You almost pitched the Jedi Master Depa Billaba, and like almost to a T, you pitched Depa Billaba, and then she fell to the dark side.
Are you saying words? Are you so drunk that you?
No, Depa Billaba is a character.
That is what Star Wars names sound like, though.
Depa Billaba, I can tell you everything you want to know about her. She's even seen on screen in freaking Phantom Menace.
Okay.
She is.
No. We're not getting into other characters.
You fucking questioned me, but no.
I was saying, I just asked for the name. That's all I asked for. I don't want a backstory. I don't need a life story.
You pitched Depa Billaba of being a very justice-oriented Jedi who then later falls to the dark side and tries to kill Mace. Mace wins because he's the best lightsaber duelist of all time. And then guess what? She trains Kanan of Rebels. You're welcome.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
But Wonder Woman.
Okay, let's go.
All that but Wonder Woman.
Let's go ahead and vote. I already know how this one's going. All right, Jess, you start voting.
Oh, it's my one first. Ooh, I'm going Rogue.
Holy shit. My vote?
Yeah.
All right, we had who?
Yes, thank you, Brennan. It's so non-consensual and it bothers the
Yes.
All right.
A quick recap of the characters before votes.
Kano and who was Jess's?
I had Korg.
Korg, yeah, it was Korg, Kano, Wonder Woman, Rogue.
Mm-hmm. I went Rogue.
We're not going to win this anymore, Jess. Me and you are out.
I wasn't here to win.
I'm apparently never here to win because I didn't win I did really bad I got one win, and it was because Soda chose me on a tiebreaker, and it was Stringer Bell from The Wire. Rogue.
Rogue.
Oh, there we go.
Okay.
No, tell us your vote.
Yeah, I want to give you Kano so badly, but honestly, I I don't have as much of a hate on for Wonder Woman as everyone else here. I really do enjoy that pitch as the temple guard, and I don't think.
Does that mean with both
pride
Luke and Daniel have 2
dissuades
wins?
you from picking a good Jedi, because that's how the Jedi don't lack pride. They thought they were better than everyone.
You're not wrong there.
Wonder Woman being prideful doesn't disqualify her from being Jedi. So I would have voted Wonder Woman there.
Did you play this, guys, yet? Because I love it. We're all winners. We're having fun.
Yeah.
So. I don't call it fun.
I don't know. I'm not looking at the comments. Sorry, I thought Soda was doing that.
I don't know if I'm having fun because Jess is one of my best friends and she keeps yelling at me.
I was actually yelling at Luke just before if we want to run the tape back.
Hey, don't worry. I absolutely despise the second Wonder Woman movie. That had so many problems.
Okay.
A lot.
I didn't watch it. I heard it was that bad. But
the reasonings for the love story, there's so many ways you make that
Who
better.
starts? Me?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
We've all only got one left, so there's no strategy in the last round.
Yep, and that's perfect. All right. I like my last pick, so I'm okay with it being the caution to the win pick of the. I have a strong one to end with. All right. I'm pitching him during the Ridge Tridge, much like Star Fox, but better.
Mm-hmm.
Starting off as a, dare I say it, an Imperial person until he realized that the Emperor is bad. Like he's part of, let's just say, Star Command, and he joins as a pilot. Turns out he's really good in a jetpack. And he can fly around with everybody else. He's a badass beyond all badasses. He might be a little to the book, all right? But he realizes even that he's good to the core and that the Empire isn't, and he defects to the rebels. He is the best guy in a jetpack ever. Damn you, Boba Fett. I'm Boba Fett. I'm saying that this guy is better. And he started off Imperials. Now he's a rebel leader. I'm talking about everyone's favorite action figure, Buzz Lightyear.
He wasn't part of the dark side.
I didn't say
He
dark
also
side.
wasn't in a jetpack. He was in a wingsuit.
Yeah,
but go on.
exactly.
Same thing. I never said dark side. I said Empire. He realized that the Empire wasn't good, so he left them and joined the rebels. He's 100% good. He was never part of the dark side. He joined Starfleet, aka Star Command, joining them thinking that these were the good guys, and then defected because he's all good. And he said, fuck it to the Empire. And can't you just see him flying around being a badass?
Falling with style, actually.
Exactly. He falls with style till the Death Star blows up. Buzz fucking he's got a laser gun on his gauntlet. I want to see him go toe to toe with Boss and Boba Fett.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't have any of those things because he finds out in Toy Story that he doesn't have any of the powers that he thinks he has.
But then you find out in Buzz Lightyear Star Command, the cartoon, that all that shit's real.
Is that what you're pitching then?
Yeah, that's
you could have specified that
because even though
you put up wasn't that.
Even though him in the cartoon was the most prideful, arrogant man that's ever walked.
Okay.
But was also good. He was good though. He would still fall from the Empire.
Many times,
you know he would fall from the Empire still. He would still join the rebellion.
I think he was a soldier that would have followed the Empire until his
all this is going to
be manipulated.
All this is going to be very little when the movie comes out. The movie's going to back me. So.
Okay, but we can't vote based on a fictitious movie that hasn't happened yet.
I mean, if you think of it this way, he was basically part of an empire
he fights Emperor Zurg. He literally fights against the Emperor. Are you fucking kidding me? He joins the rebellion. He fights Emperor Zurg. The bad guy's name is Emperor Zurg.
Or was
Zurg is not
the real hero in the end? We don't know. Bullshit. We all got it from one side, like the Empire does.
That's bullshit. Are you kidding me? He's an extremely talented pilot.
Calm the fuck down.
I will not calm the fuck down. He's an extremely talented pilot in a jet suit who's fighting against an evil emperor, and you're telling me that that's not Star Wars? That's Star Wars to the fucking T. It's literally a parody of Star Wars. Fuck.
Oh, see, okay.
He was working for its own form of an empire, the one that was ruling the galaxy, basically, and Zerg was
literally
basically
fighting an evil empire.
Okay.
Was it though?
Are you telling me
Or
that
he
Zerg
could have
wasn't
been
evil?
We don't know. We all got it from
We're
the
all
Empire's
pretty sure,
perspective.
though, that he's
Those
really evil.
stormtroopers fight.
Daniel's on my
Empire,
side, and
right?
he's just not saying anything right now.
No,
and
we're
it's
just
pissing me
enjoying
off.
the chaos. It's great.
I know Daniel's on my side.
Hey,
I've
the
been
stormtroopers
dying
fight
this
for the
whole
Empire
time.
because they
I know, it's been
believe in
great.
the Empire, like Lightyear. He would be part of the Empire and follow them along. the whole
Until
time.
he defects because he has a heart of gold.
And I will say, I was on Luke's side for the good first part of it, but the even worse, I do have to point out that maybe both these things are true, because Buzz Lightyear does seem kind of like a dick at the beginning of the movie, and
He
he
is a
literally
dick.
says there's no signs of intelligent life
Intelligent
forms
life,
on this planet. But then, by the end, he does literally defect and join all of the toys.
Yeah!
So does that mean he's defecting to Zerg then? Okay.
No, he's defecting against Zerg.
No, I think Zerg runs Star Command. That's what I'm saying. That's my conspiracy.
Either way, we're deciding that if I put him in, I can choose what he is in this universe. I chose that he starts in defects to the rebels to take down the evil emperor. I get to decide my pitch for the universe. What I'm just saying. Tell me that he's not a badass pilot with a heart of gold in Tim Allen's sultry voice. Probably not the best argument for me, but
We're gonna call his voice sultry?
he's with me. I love that guy.
Stay on target. Stay on target.
Defending my fucking character, Soda. Back the fuck off. Every time I'm defending my character, you play the get on target.
It's great.
We're arguing a
defending my
lot for a
character.
pitch.
Also,
It
because
doesn't
it takes
matter.
you 15 minutes. If you have to pitch for 15
Well, if
minutes,
you
and the
guys
rest
didn't
of us
jump down
only
my
take
throat,
5,
so
it just
goddamn
shows
much.
that you don't have enough, grounding, that you got to really, really mine for that
All
information.
right, whatever. What? Should I just give up at the beginning of next game? Jesus.
All right, Daniel, you go.
All right, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna
Buzz
pick
Lightyear was an
somebody.
awesome fucking choice, and you all suck.
Okay, no, that's fine.
It's whatever,
I'm gonna pick somebody, and honestly, I felt really good about this pick. I just wasn't sure when I was gonna do it, and this wild card round is great. This guy, I would place him more in the clone troopers era. He's very interested in mass producing himself in his series, and that is the Master from Doctor Who.
Oh, I'm gonna be so happy. There was a Lion King reference, and now we're doing Doctor Who.
He would, like, on his own and to his own devices, he would try and, like, change the clone process so that he could basically clone himself, so that he can mass produce an army. And the Master loves mass producing armies to try and take over the entire universe. It's kind of his whole deal. And I love John Sims' Master. He is literally just a maniac who's trying to bring about the end of the universe, mostly because he can hear it ticking in his head and is driving him crazy. So, like, he's insane, but he has that small little bit of sympathy that, like, he is doing it because it hurts him all the time for the universe to exist. And he thinks he's right. And he also, again, loves making giant armies of himself. And I want more John Sim in the world.
Fair enough. I get it. Totally get it.
I love that Master Doctor just in general, so I'm struggling on this one. I actually really like. That was probably my favorite Master in general because he was just insane. But even though but that would probably be his downfall because of his insanity. His hubris and his insanity. You would have had multiple Jedi that would outthink the Master in this universe because of his insanity. Your Jedi Council would have discovered the Master's plan a lot quicker. Because, not gonna lie, I love David Tennant so much, but he was a bit slow on the plan sometimes, and allowed things to happen, and then had to fix them. The Jedi would defeat the Master very quickly because they would understand his plans before.
True, but the Master also takes out all of Gallifrey, which is all of the Time Lords, like their collective intelligence together.
I'm not gonna say the Time Lords are that smart, though. I mean,
they're the most intelligent race in their universe, so it should translate relatively.
I would say Yoda is smarter than any of. Oh, and don't get me wrong, I love David Tennant. Like, David Tennant's my favorite Doctor, but I would say Yoda would be smarter than every Time Lord. Just saying.
I don't disagree with that, but I also don't think I don't think that there aren't many Jedi that come close to Yoda's level of intelligence either.
So that's why I say you have Yoda who would take out the Master, but in saying that, I love the Master in this series, so I'm struggling.
I don't really Doctor Who that well.
I used to not. I watch. Me and my
we
wife
have somebody
watch
on this
from-
channel for that. We caught it covered, so I didn't have to do it.
Yeah.
I've watched all until the last 2 seasons. I just have struggled the past 2. I tried and I just couldn't get into the story. The story just didn't really work for me in the last 2 seasons.
Yeah, I've been having a rough time with like the story itself, but I persevere because I actually love the Doctor.
We can't play the nerd quote like more than 3 times. Like, the back way for Doctor Who eventually.
So if anyone else has anything particular, or we can move on to Luke's.
Yeah, Luke, let's do it.
All right, so we must speak of balance. Someone to bring balance to the Force. Someone who would be Sith, but would try to bring a balance to the Force. Someone whose whole ideals is to bring balance. And that balance would be brought by Thanos.
Holy shit. You went all Marvel, dude.
Yep.
So
No, Wonder Woman.
All right,
Batman.
DC, one DC. All right,
All
two
comic
DC. You went all comics, though.
But
I did actually ask that.
But think of it, though. This character.
You asked me if you could go all comics?
No, I asked him that if you were paying attention to your own
No,
show.
I remember that. Yeah, no. I thought you were saying something else.
But think of it this way, though. A character whose whole motivation is balance. And someone to bring balance to the Force. He would go the wrong way through the Sith, but in the meantime to bring balance. And that would be his goal. And so a character's whole focus is bringing balance to the Force. So he knows that there are multiple Jedi. There need to be the same amount of Sith, or you get rid of the Jedi and just have a balance.
Like Anakin did.
Basically, yes.
There were hundreds versus 2, and then there was 2 versus 2. That's balance, right?
Brought balance. Yep, brought balance. And then Luke messed up that balance. We don't talk about that, but you know. I mean, if you think about it.
Are you done?
I'm done.
Wow.
No, I'm about to rip the whole balance to the Force thing apart. So it's a very interpretable sentence. So some people think that balance to the Force means equal dark side to equal light side. I always thought a balance to the Force meant 0 light side, 0 dark side, just balance. Force, if you will. You get rid of the dark, you get rid of the light, and all you have left is literally none of the struggle. It is balanced. That's how I like to think of it, and that's why I like to think of why the fuck would Yoda be talking about balance when there's 1,000 Jedi out there and 2 fucking Sith? Because Yoda and Mace and Qui-Gon are talking about literally bringing the Force out of the struggle of light and dark side. with Thanos by murdering 50% of all people. He talks about balance, but it's more of genocide, right? Like, doesn't he kind of just use the idea of no, I'm sorry. I will about to be done, and then I'll toss it right back to you.
Okay.
But he uses the idea of trying to save resources and shit as a justification of genociding 50% of the fucking galaxy. Are you kidding me? And you're trying to talk to him? No, I don't see that as balance. I definitely see him as a Sith, but I don't see it as pitching balance to the Force.
But think of it to a maniac's perspective. It's someone who, in his mind, what you see as balance to the Force is most likely what it's meant. But for someone to hear that, to take that as a mantra, to say, I want to bring balance to the Force, they could take it like Thanos did. This insane person who believes the only way to bring balance is to genocide the Jedi. That's his whole situation. He's trying to genocide the Jedi. The same thing is his motivations for genociding half of everything. It's all about balance. And to
You're pitching Darth Bane.
I mean,
like he's almost exactly Bane. He's a gigantic fucking force that kills Sith and Jedi equally and gets down to the rule of two. Like you almost pitched Bane.
I mean, but if you think about it, though, that's where Thanos' whole goal is for balance. And so someone that insane would take balance to that extreme, like in the movies. If he had just thought the idea of doubling the resources instead of killing half of everybody, it would have been the same thing. But that's the thing. It's an insane person. It's an insane man who
I do love that you brought it up. the doubling the resources versus killing half of everyone, because
if you have the Infinity Gauntlet, you can just make everybody live opposed to killing everybody.
But
it was
Thanos,
it was from a man who was insane. I mean,
no.
Thanos, Josh Brolin is not normal.
Thanos' reasoning for having everything rather than doubling everything is the fact that everybody is already too gluttonous with the current resources. If we double the resources, we're just going to have half the amount of time before overpopulation hits a second time, because life is exponentially devouring. And so, like, a lot of Thanos' balance is the lesson that everybody needs to learn. And I'm not sure, like, it's like he definitely wants to kill everybody. Everyone needs to remember the death of half of everyone, or nobody learns the lesson.
But wouldn't that be the same type
of
reasoning?
offense, but that sounds like some comic gobbledygook.
But if you think about it, that's the same type of reasoning Palpatine had for destroying Alderaan and destroying planets with the Death Star. It was to make an example. So Thanos would be the same massive Sith. He would be making an example to make balance in the Force as an example. So in the long run, you're still agreeing with my argument, because Thanos is still bringing balance to the Force through his own means, through his own insane ideals, but he would still be bringing balance to the Force in his mind. So he would still be a Sith. So he would work as a Sith.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't argue that he doesn't.
The fact that he misinterpreted the balance to the Force thing makes him a Sith, is what you're saying. I can see that. Yeah, no, I can see it. Is he the last? We still got Jess.
Nope, Jess.
Yeah.
Jess.
Unless you have anything else, I feel like you pitched it pretty well. Also, I want to win one of these someday, so we're not gonna have Luke back on. That's okay. I want to fucking win one of these. Damn it. I thought I went really hard.
Hey, I've got points out of luck because I've really liked all of his arguments.
I like Star Wars.
Who invited this guy?
I know, right?
I know, me. That was a joke, Jess. Jeez.
Make it funny.
All right, Jess, blow me away. Blow away my choice.
Oh, I'm not going to, because I think we need more normies in Star Wars. We're it's the little guy. Whereas, like, the guy that goes and works the 9 to 5, and I like scientists because I think that they're the people that obviously drive Star Wars. And when I think of scientists, I think of like crazy, kooky, and also time travel.
Oh
so my scientist would be Doc Brown.
Oh my god!
He'd be researching kyber crystals.
What of all galaxies to be part of?
You said I could do whatever I wanted, and I ran with it.
Oh,
yeah, that is the series of events that happened. Yeah,
I know.
I just
ran with it. I got it.
Hopefully he doesn't, have Sith come after him like there was the
yes, this is a Star Trek show.
No, he's gonna introduce time travel into Star Wars and fuck up the entire Star Wars universe. Like
that is what I'm thinking.
Fucking Hill Valley universe.
Who would be worse to give time travel technology to in that universe?
Doc Brown, he's gonna go back and try to undo Anakin.
The Jedi are going to use it to police all of time. No.
He's gonna. Anakin's gonna go forward and get a fucking almanac of all pod racing wins
into the hen house. Just more foxes and more hen houses. Come on. This is my own chaos.
Somehow Yato is gonna get in control of the almanac, and he's gonna steal the time machine and go forward. And then Yato's gonna rule the world and still own Shmi. It's a bad time. That's what we're doing. Wait, no, would it be funny if we let Kling Laz take control of the almanac? I'm Kling Laz. I own everything.
I would find it funny if it still has to be like 88 miles an hour, so all the spaceships have trouble reaching a speed that slow.
Yeah, that's the slow down 88. When this sucker hits 88, we're gonna look like we're stopped in the middle of space. But you will see some serious shit. I guarantee that.
Yeah.
That was the best one to end on.
As soon as the flux capacitor is even invented, everyone's.
I'm just happy to be here.
No, there's a drawback. What is it? We have to go 88 miles per hour. Dude, our droids go that fast. What the fuck are you talking about? Everything goes that fast. Dude. What do you think this is 1980s on Earth? What are you talking about, dude? Fucking Luke's speeder is faster than the DeLorean.
I mean, it would be. I don't know if you want time travel in Star Wars.
I just wanted to. It was my fantasy draft. Okay, these were my fantasy draft.
It's a very anarchy draft. That's a very anarchy pick. That's a let's fuck it all up, guy.
Yeah.
Should
we vote?
I would love to vote.
Let's vote. Let's vote.
All right, we got. Who do we got? Fuck, we got Buzz Lightyear, the Master, Dark Brown, and Luke's was somebody who's probably going to win.
Thanos.
You just presumed that.
Thanos, yeah. Well, Luke's never invited again. He's too good at this.
Okay, so Mark.
I'm going to be sending him a belt before I get one. I'm unhappy with that. It costs $144.
What's your pick? No one cares how much you paid for it.
I care.
Who are you picking?
I care.
Oh my gosh.
Fucking Luke. Thanos, clearly. It's a fucking amazing pick. It pisses me off.
Yes. Yes. Daniel?
I mean, It feels bad to just vote off the board and be a dick, but I really do want to vote for Buzz Lightyear. I I really do like him finding out he works for the Empire and going like, oh no, what just happened? I bumbled my way onto the Death Star. Better get out of here.
Wait, we blow up planets? That's not good. And then he flies away.
Yeah, that really does sound like a lot of fun, and I do want to watch that movie.
Thank you, Daniel.
I gotta go with the Master. I think the Master would be interesting, especially to create clones, and I think the Master would be interesting. But I still think balance is so much cooler.
All right, you can't pitch your pitch while you're voting. your pitch is done, Luke.
Oh.
You already won. What are you talking about?
No.
That's
It's
not
down
true.
to no.
Jess-
It's not.
Jess still
It's
got
down,
it.
to
Down to
Daniel.
Daniel. Luke.
Oh,
It's down to Jess.
Oh God. I already had my answer, but now that it's up to me to pick, I don't want to pick it. I like Doctor Who, so I'm gonna go with the Master because.
Oh, you could have voted Buzz, and it would fuck everything up.
No, because
Daniel
then we
won.
don't have a winner.
Yeah, that
Daniel
means that
wins.
Soda would have to come in and decide it.
And do well, too late. I picked.
No,
the Master.
because if she had picked Buzz would have got the point for this round, and it would have ended 2-2-1 because we don't have.
Yeah.
Then we would have to
sixth
do a
round.
wild card where we just come up with one on the spot. And
No,
mine are Mortal
It's
Kombat.
2.5
You guys
hours.
will like
It's
them.
2.5 hours long. I think that's good enough. But yes, congrats, Daniel.
Daniel!
Yeah.
You, well fought, Luke. Well fought.
Luke,
Yeah,
you're the
honestly,
front runner.
I was real worried because I like had the Master in the last one, and when Thanos came out, I was just like, well, shit, you're asking people to pick between Palpatine and fucking Vader right now, and I'm not sure I have the right horse.
Well, my strongest picks were Brienne, Kano, and Buzz. I see that I've really brought Nice to a gunfight.
I brought Batman.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, you brought Batman. I really thought Star Fox was a fucking shoe-in.
And yes, so who did we end up going with?
Yeah, does anyone remember?
We have Batman.
Batman won the first round.
I had
so did you know who won
Rogue.
the second?
Did Rogue One won?
Yeah,
Rogue
One
One.
won.
Great movie.
It really
Luke
is
won
a
the
great
first two.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
do you have the who won?
I have the
was-
Master,
He's shaking
Rogue,
his
and
head.
All Black.
All right, it was Peter Parker.
Oh, it's Peter Parker.
Yes, Peter Parker. Yes.
Batman.
Yeah, that was the second two. So
And
last
it was
two. Who won
Rogue.
the
No,
fifth?
Stitch didn't win.
No, Stitch
No.
didn't win. He
It
won the
was
second.
Rogue, the Master, and All
Who
Black.
won the first round?
Yeah.
The
Oh, yeah,
Peter
yeah,
Parker. Yeah, there
the
we go.
sword.
There we go. Okay. Yep.
So Peter Parker,
Batman.
Batman, the Sword, and Master,
And Rogue, the Bounty Hunter.
and that's how you won. Yeah,
Yeah.
you won with the sword. Wow.
I
I should have
called
told you
cheating
no
because
when
of
you
the
asked
sword.
me if sentient swords were
I say cheating on the sword. Just
then
saying.
Luke would have won.
Can I
wouldn't
tell
have
you
won.
who I thought you thought? For like a
Mhm.
split second, I had no idea what you meant when you said sentient sword.
I
This
also
is
told
so
you
nerdy.
Object. I told Soda
You
Sword.
said sentient object. And I literally thought sword. This is the worst. I'm about to give this away. I thought you meant the white Power Rangers talking scimitar.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome.
That's where my brain went.
Hey,
wow.
Sentient object.
Saber.
Yeah.
it's called Saber.
Saber. Yeah, exactly. I had that.
I
action
wish I
figure when I
was.
was 4 years
I
old.
wish I was.
That's all I knew about it.
I love the Power Rangers. I used to watch all of the things when I was a child. I still don't get any of it because nobody does, but
Yeah.
very fun show.
Well, we got to get out of here. We did a good fucking job. Daniel, congratulations on winning.
Absolutely. Thank
This
you.
was a
Thank you.
2.5 hour show, which means that it is officially a Let's Talk About Star Wars because we love to go way too fucking long on this show. It's all about the concept. We never think about how long it will take until it does. But Luke, thank you for showing up.
Thank you.
You want to start the goodbyes?
Oh yeah.
And
Just
tell everyone where they can find you online.
Just find us at the Galaxy Geeks. We are doing a news show every Monday. Or no, it will be releasing every Tuesday at lunch. I'm moving it from Monday to Tuesday because there's so much going on Mondays. So we'll be releasing the news show on Tuesdays. It's going to be like a 30-minute show, so come check it out. It's just a quick watch if y'all want to come watch. Mondays starting the 17th, and hopefully Jess will be joining us that night. We are going to have the Galaxy Geek Schmodown Awards, where we have all our votes tallied, and we will be announcing our winners for our nominations, which honestly the nominations really match the Schmodown nominations. So if you want probably an idea of how the Schmodown awards are going to go, come over to our channel because we're going to do a nomination and award show. We've got trailer reactions. We've got music reactions. If you have not, come check out our music reactions. They have been exploding on the channel. We had one that hit 42,000 views, which I cannot believe.
Holy shit.
And so if y'all want to come check us out, we are the Galaxy Geeks channel. Just look us up. We're the only Galaxy Geeks channel that you'll find. And, we love having new people. We love having people on. It's a family-friendly show, so you just won't have to worry about anything on that if you want your kids to be able to watch our show and our channel. So please come on over if you haven't and come subscribe because honestly the channel has been exploding. We're at 779 subscribers right now, and it's been great. It's been a great year.
Oh yeah. Daniel, do you want to tell people where they can find you?
Yeah. You can find me on various places around this channel. I can also be found at my handle down here at Corrupted Canuck with a K for Corrupted. That's a little corruption pun where we apparently are a Schmodown channel.
Sometimes.
We had one today. We had a Schmodown show today.
Yes, we did. We totally did. It premiered earlier today. You all should go check it out. And you can also check out, I've got my show is on Tuesdays with Snark. We sit down, we talk TV news, we talk things that we're watching, things that the chat's watching, maybe what our guests are watching. We've got Taco on next Tuesday. We're going to talk about Succession. I'm 5 or 6 episodes deep already into season 1. Really liking it. Can't wait to talk about that with them. So you can find us every Tuesday going forward, 5 p.m. Pacific, me and Snark down on Have You Seen This?
Sorry, my phone made noises. Jess, do you want to tell everyone where they can find you?
Yeah. So you can find me tomorrow. I will be on LGR at 5:30 Eastern because that's the time zone that they used. Talking about the Schmodown Awards, giving my picks, seeing how everyone else lines up with it, and then after that you'll find me at 6 p.m. Pacific talking with Ben, hosting a show where we talk about movies, so that should be lots of fun. And then you can also find me on my Twitter, which is Kiwi_Jess_ like that on Twitter. And then I'll be on plenty of shows on this channel.
All right. And you can also find me on this channel. Let's talk about Star Wars, which will be taking a break for the rest of the month until the 20.
What's coming up on Thursday, Taco?
I was going to bring that up. I was going to get there.
Okay, I was just reminding you.
I was going to go through all of it. I was going to make it all.
Stay on target. Stay on target.
Always when I'm fucking talking. It's always when I'm talking. I'm on target. I'm fucking doing shit.
Okay.
The fuck soda. Like, I've always been on target when he's playing.
Okay. Anyway.
He brings it off the rails when he does it. It's the opposite. All right. You'll find me here. I will be doing the next Let's Talk About Star Wars on the 29th. And thank you, Brennan. And on the 29th, we are bringing back the Alien game, Star Wars or Not, Alien Edition. We are playing the second round, and we have pretty big fucking names. We have Thomas Harper, Zach Burkett, Marie Wilson, and Kiwi is going to be tossed to the wolves.
Oh, poor Kiwi.
I am the true underdog.
If
Like
you
the
win
most
that,
underdoggiest dog that ever was.
you know how big the Vegas point spread for your win is? It's nuts. They have you if you get within 5 points, you win for Vegas. If you just don't lose by 5 points, that means you win. That's how big the point spread is.
Great.
It's going to be awesome. Please show up to watch it, guys. It's going to be a great match. And besides where you can find me, let's go backwards in time all the way to the 13th. January 13th, we are doing the
Thursday.
Thursday. Did I say Friday?
No,
you said Thursday.
Did I say Thursday the 13th?
Just go.
Thursday the 13th, we are doing the 4th all-night taco stand. By the way, Luke, you are invited if you want to come. And it is me have to stay up all night because I worked all nights on Fridays. So on Thursdays, I have to stay up all night to get ready for an 8 p.m. to 8 a.m. shift. So I try to stay up all night, and we will be having a lot of good guests on. I don't want to give them all away, Kiwi. I know your mind is running of all the amazing guests you got for us. We have some really awesome people coming. That's all I got to say. Ray Skywalker and Ben Solo will be there. And, yeah, it's going to be a great show. It's going to be an awesome show. So please show up January 13th. And also, this Tuesday, you will find me on. Have we seen this? Have you seen this?
Have you seen this?
Sorry, it takes me a while to learn names. I told those guys, I told Snark and Daniel to watch Succession, and they were going to give it a 3-episode test. And the fact that he's already passed 3 episodes, I think that means I passed. Pretty good. It's a great show. And yeah, you'll find me on my Twitter at Mark Taco Face, and you'll also find me on my Instagram, Mark Taco Face. Sorry, these beers are kicking my ass. None of them are weak.
You absolutely need to start a channel called Mark Taco Fights, where you just have taco fights with people, I guess.
Mark Taco Fights. Taco Bell versus Taco John's. Let's do it. Del Taco comes in and wins. Are we good? We want to play us out? You guys want to all say goodbye at the same time, and then he plays the goodbye?
Yeah.
See you guys later.